And we should be live at this moment. You, of course, hear my PlayStation 4 that needs to be cleaned out and my fan going a little crazy in the background. But that's only right now as I set up some videos to start off the show. Welcome to the My Part of Town podcast. I'm your guy, Mr. CD Enforcer, a.k.a. Poppy Carl the Bad Boy. I don't feel like I'm screen ready yet, so I'm not going to put that on until I look cute enough to be on screen. Actually, I look pretty decent. Let me see what I look like here. Actually, no, I look insane. Nope, insane. Anyway, we're gonna play some videos for the first 30 minutes. I've been kind of stuck on the rotation of the skit bags and Volo videos, so I do want to mix it up just to not be boring. So I'm gonna torture you guys with my rap music, and you'll just listen to that for like the next 30 minutes, maybe longer, depending how my guests come in, and we're just going to play that because I am from Philly. I do represent Philly, and this show is all about Philadelphia. So this is true Philly music. Let me find a good song to start on that represents the city. I think this is a good one. Pause that. Oh, yeah, that's it. Stop. Don't want to stop. All right, stop. Pause. Okay. Thank you. Oh, wait, I didn't share it yet, so that's not it. I'm an idiot. Leave me alone. Bill while we fly. Stop judging me. You're not better than you might be, but that's not the point. All right, so here's my little rap music. Parental advisory suggested and shit like that. Take this down. Get me off of here. My internet acting stupid already? Huh. It's my internet tripping. I haven't even done anything yet. You know what? Before I even play this, I think I'm gonna reset my internet. I'm gonna reset my internet now while it's right up. I'm gonna try to start playing this, which it'll probably stop while I'm playing. But I'm gonna hit play on this, and then I'm gonna try to restart my internet. Damn! I don't know why my thing is giving me like a shitty, unstable Wi-Fi thing. I'm gonna have to just hardwire it to it one of these times. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it like this for now. I'm gonna put the screen up, guys. The show might go down for a second. I'm gonna restart my router because I don't like how my internet's doing. Thanks for watching. When router restart won't like my vibe plays. I need more power. Hmm.
Yo, you got me wound up, baby. Yeah, here's what I black chump out of the grave, baby. Wound up, and get black. Wound up, and my money back. Wound up, your body get black. Yeah, black Trump wound up on it every day. I'm driving around the city, man, it's full. Hey, you pussy niggas better run, you owe me game. I'm in some fucking payback shit like, hey, yo, every nigga that owe me, every nigga that see me, every nigga that talk, he going down tonight, we come around tonight, huh? You better feel it, niggas. Yo, black Trump like get my reparations back. Get black Trump like couple cyphers in the rack. Black Trump like couple JFK days. Dallas going crazy. The world is in the haze. 4 bodies in a couple days, a few hours. 48 of them. 48 towers, 48 powers. You tried to hold us back, and then they sold us crack. It's time to take it back. Wound up, things get black. Wound up, get it. Wound up, and my money back. Wound up, your body get black. Yeah, black truck sick of Tommy. Yeah, lunch was good this time. You get out here and take it to these pussy niggas, man. Let's go get these niggas done. Yo. Yeah. Afternoon times what you call for the evening. Urban type broken shit, got to do with Steven. Balance shit out to your niggas that be coming hotter. Like I'm Goku on my fire head, the hot rider. Yeah, only pain makes me stronger. Pain makes me longer. The pain makes me hunger for your heart, soul, pussy. Don't worry about the things we getting out, we grab it out, we getting stout, yeah. The city is wrong, and the cops is coming hard, cause the people will fall. Cause we got no power, got no dough, we got no balance. Yo, we got no feeling for the same old people intent. We talk about the talking like the shit we can't go full. Yo, we talk about the women and the men we on pull. Talk about who fault it is, we out here acting like fool. Yo, it's gotta make you drool, like you on the stool, done shit. Make a nigga jump and bump shit. And then he take it to the house, back it up, take it out, son shit. And then he got shit, he hot ride shit, then he drop my shit. It's
Wound up, things get dirty. Wound up, get it dirty. Wound up, and my money back. Wound up, you about to get black. Oh.
All right, there we go. All right, well, hopefully, I don't know. Internet entrance stupid. I don't know. I'm gonna take this off. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna take this off. Let's go with this one thing on. Let's change it. This thing too.
We do it legal wise. We ain't got no guns, they got this niggas all down. And now the blood is coming from a devil screaming round. I'm the one that living for my baby. A white nigga did my brother brown. And every time we go around and hold the building, yo, he always take it down and burn until we kill it down. He always take the vessels from us and you ring them down. And then you always screaming, why now? Stop your pride and your bullshit. Stop for the killing of you niggas on the hate.
For 20 years and you've been holding my stock back. It's time for reparations, time to give me the block back. Give me the block back. It's time for all the change, you nigga, give me the block back. All my Peter Nixon, nigga, give me the block back. All my Peter Finger, nigga, give me the block back. All my Peter Pop, nigga, give me the block back. All my Peter Tanner, Lord, give me the block back. Give me the block back. Give me the block back.
Oh why, the lies you tell me, oh why, I'm cold and lonely, won't be one time, babe. I'll be your sweat, just shake you out of my head.
Yeah, call the Q's the whiskers, battered and bitch niggas, pull up strong vehicular, dripping hard ridiculous, baby stop holding my strap, full energy up a cat, always be closing the track, nah, man, the block is hot, 12 gun and block, don't shoot your shot, ha, yeah, my baby give it a cool, balancing got it a rule, protecting my baby a fool, the game is be knowing the clues, ha, you're gonna lose, nigga, because you fucking around and stepping fucking stills, nigga, it ain't who you are, it's what you fucking do, nigga, you fuck niggas ain't never had a clue, nigga, I'm always on my neck, cannon, call me chill, nigga, what you figure, ayy, what you figure, ayy, what you figure, ayy, what you figure, ayy.
Oh why, the lies you told me, oh why, I'm cold and lonely, won't be one time, babe, and I'll be your square, just shake you out of my head. Oh why, the lies you told me, oh why, I'm cold and lonely, won't be one time, babe, and I'll be your square. My tea's for two. That's you with the loving in me. My tea's for two. That's you with the loving in me.
Yo, the C-I-double-O-C, come on and kick it with me. The scavengers love bottom feed. Just call me a guy for the sea. Don't you know who the fuck you are? Reincarnate energy from distant star. Fuck this, fuck that. Rather run and Jason tuck that. Things that make my babies buzz back. Wireless niggas take gats out your hand. Be so blind and got tricked by Obama plan.
That's you with the loving in me. My tea's for two. That's you with the loving in me.
Man, Jan, Tony, 2020, and a kick in the can. Pulling problems like fan. Fucking rolling like Dan. Swagger hoodies made for stopping another Ku Klux and Klan. Shit. Fuck you niggas talking about. Always traveling in that bumpy route. God damn, man. Yeah, you niggas fucking it all. Pushing on them engine bodies. Stay on the call. It ain't over, little nigga. What the fuck you gon' do? Every day is still awakening. Nigga boo-hoo. Jordan wanna punch you in the face by your number two. Jordan wanna punch you in the face by your number two. Jordan wanna punch you in the face by your number two.
My tea's for two. That's you with the loving in me. My tea's for two. That's you with the loving in me. Drink. My tea's for two. That's you with the loving in me. My tea's for two. That's you with the loving in me. Drink.
I'm just looking for you. I'm just. Know what you do, come real. I've been here looking for you. a Ryan Little production.
Can't wait to see my baby tonight. It feel alright.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you.
Yeah,
I'ma just
touch
be
these
calling
fucking
for you.
numbers, yo.
I'ma just be calling.
I'm looking, I
Can't
don't
wait
find
to
you,
see
man.
my baby
Where you at?
tonight.
Huh?
It feel
Yo,
alright.
it's been a long motherfucking day.
Oh,
Yo, check it out.
I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for
Yeah,
you.
black trumpet don't play that. Long night, don't stay that. Looking for my girl all night, and then keep it tight, and then I chill it back, and then I roll. Couple L's into the face, rolling back in like a mace. It's probably dancing and I chase. Then I go to the house and then I go to chill. I bring it back and then I ill. We keep it up so real. Red my shoe. It's what I'm out there buying. I'm working hard then dying. Get purchase, man. I'm crying. We go to the pain and then I chill. I was worried about I feel. I cry and then I feel. I'm busting cats and don't worry that. Don't worry about we gon' throw back. My niggas go out till we get it down. We going out for our girls now.
Can't wait to see you tonight. It feel alright. Oh, I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling. Can't wait to see my baby tonight. It feel alright. Oh, I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you.
Every time I see that pussy go, drop it all the way on the floor. Bounce that ass one time. Booty so fat, yeah, it's going up now. DJ, yeah, he's smoking on the line. So he know, she know. Tell the girl, telephone. Smoking on the line, yeah, telephone. Yeah, that's live. Yeah, we in there now, you know. Smoking on that joint, yeah, we in that zone. Got that weed by the pack, yeah, we in there smoking no whack. What you want? Yeah, we wax stop. Got the dab going. We smoking and we in and there we here going. We got your baby, yeah, she in there throwing pussy. Gon' back it up, she ain't shy. LA, yeah, to the shy. Back and forth, yeah, we do it. We smoking weed, yeah, we get it. We on that goo like hit it. A hippie nigga smoking. We on that thing, get it. We always skipping and I'm on the scooter trying to fuck your bitch. You smoking, yeah, I'm so lit, baby. I'm so lit, girl.
Can't wait to see my baby tonight. It feel alright. Oh, I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling. Can't wait to see my baby tonight. It feel alright. Oh, I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you.
Can't wait to see my baby tonight.
Yeah, working hard, bitch. Steady and bouncing raw hardcore kicks. Niggas brain jumping wide to a higher gear. Black Wall Street boss got skin in here. Super nigga like it always bringing fucking fear. Bill Cosby Molly always coming on and in. Those drops, burn the house out. Can't remember shit but the 9/11 sound. Can you feel it? Huh? Yo, right? Huh? Yeah, tell my ass to get the rest. Yo, preparation, child works the best. Huh? Keep the stomach hurt in the chest. Man, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Montreal tell me can't leave. Yeah, Sky Bar be the residence. Rocks on like making heavy sense. I'm a ripping in the round, twerping on the toxic chin. Get it in. Many bitches love the hot scent. Just spoil your whole fix all your skins. Lips flapping in the breeze, heavy wind. Use your vinegar to tighten all your heavy grit. Chill it out, bitch.
Life a little cold on the streets, smoking little trees, steady rolling on some D's. Even when I ride,
You gon' see me married to the money like a boss, like a beast. Talk to him like,
yeah, FBO reaction, get about my section. Stop on only, either don't protect you. Drink flow fluffy, thug street bumpy. This whole ugly, is that ass fat? Then she fucking busty, don't let me that. Real talk, modern real fucking niggas. We hard that kill niggas. We too busy getting new nigga built. Huh? 4 bitches in the water chillin'. It's party time, it's a nigga rhyme. Yo, we turning up, we making killers. Tired of all cause we got these bitches in they feelin'. It's not cool, yeah, that's how we do. They were playing niggas on you a second mile. Come on, bitch, what's good?
Triple D, 28 and 46 booty.
You're fascinated, oh so fascinated. How my body takes your eyes for a ride. You're getting faded, oh so intoxicated. Off my sexy little TBS smile. Now lose control, don't bite it off. I got you now, against the wall. And now you can't say no to me. I got you locked up without a key. Hypnotic is off, don't pass your list. It's not an option, and I'm not waiting. Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me.
Tell me some shit, huh? I got something to say, yo. Yo, it's your brother, got a brother, get my girl what she want. Like a ticking in the bed, it's time for smoking the blunt. That's a Maya, got the fire, time for lighting it up. Like I'm Tiger on the wire, keep my nuts in the cup. Baby Sophie always told me what the things she can do. Chicky bad, chicky hood, steady ride for the crew. Buenos dias to the bosses, what we yelling at you. Let's see you into place, time for drinking the brew. Get them like some motherfucker, it's a party tonight. All my brothers got the baby, ain't no time for the fight. Better drop the booty, mommy, just the way that I like. Body looking good and prices like I'm Jordan tonight. I know who Puerto Rico. Now my Mexicana people, take a baby to the body, yo, we call it eating people. Hit the better making people, baby, won't you let me see you?
Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me.
I'm a good girl, with a bad attitude. Silly boy, I'm not gonna bite you, silly boy, that hard.
Now lose control, don't bite it off. I got you now, against the wall. Now lose control, don't bite it off. I got you now, against the wall. Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me. Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me.
That's right, y'all. It's Myrie and Mr. C. We gonna bring this nasty sound straight to your town. You better turn out them lights when we come through, cause we gonna bring it.
with the fucking wells. I always do the feelings that you niggas felt. I like the heavy scissors cutting on that belt. I'm always ripping shit and keeping niggas tilt. I'm busting shots like I'm nigga Tony Dell. Tony wet and wildin', niggas he be stylin' like I'm from the city, Shining Island. Everything I see is on the pilot. Got my block babies out there tripping, clapping, hollering. Who your brother got about to get a back up on it? At the end of the track, you know my word is always morning. Coming just like a beat that plays some content. Yo, my niggas love the content. I'm for the stupid shit he's spitting, boy. Only for the righteous reason, yo, I'm making joy. Yo, my niggas call me on my certain days. B.A. nigga.
God damn it, those fucking niggers get away every time that son of a bitch is behind the wheel, and I'm sick of this
30 days, see, hey, or hey, follow. Make you run into the place, and when you scream and follow, way too far from the place is shallow. Yelling, screaming for my nigga. Getting follow, man, to the crib by the cop boys, snitch traders, tip fast niggas, the dabby rockin' gators. It's time for rearrangers of the junkie banging. Time for trending on that spark, and now you're joking rangers. Shake up all that bullshit, ain't joking, cause my baby's cooking. That's why my heart is broken. They get what's time for me to break this open. Ha, man, because we ride out.
And I will be just like you, you too, all of you. I want to be like
we ride out, man. I love you all. We ride out, man. And all my mom, we ride out, man. Damn, the baby, we ride out. Yeah, the hard to take to stop. We ride out, man. Raw, man. We ride out, man. And all my mom, we ride out, man. Damn, the baby, we ride out.
That's where I am every night and every day. I found home. That's where I am every night and every day.
Yeah. Walking on the wire like it's showtime. Matter of fact, it's go time. About to cross the border, you can follow if you wanna. See Shorty trying to holler, talking about $1. Love me long time, but I wanna see tomorrow. Tijuana dreaming, margarita fiending. Women so friendly that they wanna see my semen. Bottle never empty, courtesy of Jim beaming. Now I'm seeing why I won't be leaving for the weekend. Come across the border, never see a sunrise. Dumb wire, just a fat bun up in a plus size. Might get your dick sucked, motherfucker surprise. Bitches got dicks too, in the game some cry. I'm on my spring break shit, rob shit, take shit. California basement, not supposed to say shit. Fucking federales. Ever make it home though, I'm telling everybody. Motherfucker, take that, take this, take a blunt, take a fit. Line them up and take a fucking drink, bitch.
California basement. California basement.
Don't bring your girl, take a bitch, take a line, take a spit. Spread that, keep it all hood rich.
California basement. California basement.
Yeah. Buenos dias to me primos. Cross the border to the places where I do my thing, yo. Raza este grande and the girl se besa me. But just a couple more, you can quickly score. Ain't no need for a ride to the fucking store. A federale's got you digging deep into your core. Fuck me over like I'm Al Gore. 9/11 style, you trick my ass into a war. Y'all know all about the things we saw. A freedom fornication federation be the law. Other words, enos tres epis. Sexy mama got the skin like leche. And yo, you got the love, the fact my dog, the choice is yours. 18 wheeling while you dealing with a fucking horse. South the border always be my choice. Met a chica by the name was Joyce, and she told me that
Mr. C, my pussy's moist.
30 seconds later, yo, the skirt is on the hoist. Instead of driving buckets now and niggas rolling boys. Eso pato loco, it ain't for living so-so. Y yo no tengo chapo, that means I'm steady broke yo. Viva tu Maria and LJ. Revolution, I be the talking of the day. $60, get your dick and spin around the way. This brother's down for Brown and yo, I got my part to play. Yo comprendo mis hermanos. Listen to some salsa, then I'm begging for Tejano. Esta caliente, negro chulo. Necesita agua just to keep me off the culo. Diablo be the battle, start the cool. When my ass is out the country, never tell me what the fuck I do.
Take a blunt, take a fifth, line them up and take a fucking drink, bitch.
California basement. California basement.
Don't bring your girl, take a bitch, take a line, take a stick, spread that and keep it all hood rich.
California basement. California basement.
Come on and hit the we on it, Krispy Kreme, we on it, live in your dream, we on it.
Look at y'all Rasta by hair when they move.
Roll it up and smoke it. Come and celebrate it. Let's get elevated, fucked up and penetrated. Everybody's ballin', but we the ones with reservations. Fuck my chain and Jordans. My swagger hates the concentration. Sick of all these streets. Hit the beach to find an antidote. Hop up out your tea and let me see a couple cantaloupes. I'm no fucking G, but we can be where all the gangsters go. Hit Cabana Road with mo hoes and fucking Santa, yo. On the beach and sipping drinks, smoking till I'm looking chink. Fuck it what your mother thinks. She love you fucking with this pimp. Like I said, take it to the head. It's so intelligent. In this water, you can see your legs. Heaven's evidence. Do it how you want it until we're holding warrants. Dip and then get ghosts like we leaving niggas haunted. Niggas get it out our system, but we don't have to vomit. Let your body glisten. Let these niggas know what you want, what you want, what you want. Do
Look at y'all rude by what they want to do. Look at y'all Rasta by hair when they move.
from the bar to the pool, hut one, hut two. Come on and hit the beach. We on it. Blow them trees. We on it. Hit them keys. We on it. 90 degrees. We on it. Krispy Kreme. We on it. Live in your dream. We on it.
Look at y'all Rasta by hair when they move.
Yeah, shut your black hole, boy. Trojan horse Troy. Ain't no man gonna stop me like a shot boy. Give me coca in the motor pop. You see the Sparta culture. Tote machetes to the shell. In case a party boy want hell. $100 get you around the yard real well. Policeman don't tell. Or take them boy to jail. Grimy and realistic. Putin shot be so sadistic. Treat the league out wrong. You catching on the natural mystic. And got my dick out, bitch. Yeah, it's time to kiss it. American shot does. Turn your tough niggas to them Harry Potters. Rapper Irie hot blockers. Mother spotters. All we got is reputation. Catch respect just like a Haitian. Got my own language. The rude boys scream for nation. Babylon can try. All they do is fucking die. Just to make a point, I want spit up in your eye. Aliens in the rent around here to make it lie. Huh. Yeah, and don't you ever die.
What you want, what you want, what you want, do.
Look at y'all rude by what they want to do. Look at y'all Rasta by hair when they move.
From the bar to the pool, hut one, hut two. Come on and hit the beach.
We on it.
Blow them trees.
We on it.
Hit them keys.
We on it.
90 degrees.
We on it.
Krispy Kreme.
We on it.
Live in your dream.
We on it. Look at y'all Rasta by hair when they move.
What you want, what you want, what you want, do.
Look at y'all rude by what they want to do. Look at y'all Rasta by hair when they move.
From the bar to the pool, hut one, hut two. Come on and hit the beach.
We on it.
Blow them trees.
We on it.
Hit them keys.
We on it.
90 degrees.
We on it.
Krispy Kreme.
We on it.
Live in your dream.
We on it. Look at y'all Rasta by hair when they move.
Yeah. Yup. It's like a paper plane when I roll up in the spot. Everybody know my name as I'm floating from the top. Niggas looking at my chain like they're trying to find a lock. Charged up, I'm the copper top, Red Bull rock. Motherfucker, nothing changed, son. Look, I do this weekly. I give your butt a cup of nut, call the bitch a Reese's. Sure it's February, but your girl ain't looking freezy. Lady, look, I'm the shit. He's just a pile of feces. I say it, repeat up on TV, bitch, I'm shining like a flashlight. Ask right, shit, I might hit you with the cab ride. Got my hands tied, laying niggas with your ass wise. Under frozen water like a motherfucker baptized. That's why I be getting money till it's ass high. Just to see my numbers, you would have to ask a rabbi. Yo, we get it to the beat stop. Women if they jaw drop. Fuck it if we chart top. Motherfucking bars hot. From the crib to the parking lot. First team cause we bought a lot. In the Porsche, we dig out the box. Yo, we get it to the beat stop. Women if they jaw drop. Fuck it if we chart top. Motherfucking bars hot. From the crib to the parking lot. First team cause we bought a lot. In the Porsche, we dig out the box.
Never stopping by, dropping what we doing on block. Round with bitches and the niggas that be tucking the blocks. All that rapping. None of the socks. Know you fucking with my clique because you see it a lot. Now me, I'd rather grab a nigga by his nose. And get the jabbing on him, only 30 seats a row. Got to make it fucking feel me like the rising rock. People moving eyes like you're giving off a shock. Other blows are throwing till you make a body knock. Like your 50 versus Kanye battle when you drop. Quick to take a sucker out before you call the cops. Like a monster, you ain't fucking seen nothing. Back to different cops. Ain't the shorties that just seen it wouldn't be to stop. Roll body with a drink and take your ass to shop. A formal bedroom with max bedroom. Sexy man, I'm super hot. A freaky kinky like a kinky ain't for telling me not. Hey.
Yo, we get it to the beat stop. Women if they jaw drop. Fuck it if we chart top. Motherfucking bars hot. From the crib to the parking lot. First team cause we bought a lot. In the Porsche, but dig out the box. Yo, we get it to the beat stop. Women if they jaw drop. Fuck it if we chart top. Motherfucking bars hot. From the crib to the parking lot. First team cause we bought a lot. In the Porsche, but dig out the box.
Straight. Huh. Yeah. Huh. Huh. Straight. Yeah. Yo, strike me down if I don't catch a mill off these beats. Strike me down if the city don't kill 10 cats a week. Strike me down if I can't get this paper to eat. Strike me down if I don't split the heads to the meat. Strike me down if I can't get this red paint, this mud. Strike me down if I can't get the weed from my blood. Strike me down if I can't drink enough to kill pain. Strike me down if I can't stop them clapping these lanes. Strike me down if I can't stop the wars by the bush. Strike me down if you ever catch me sober, no kush. Strike me down if I can't keep Obama from clean. Strike me down if I help Illuminati with plan. Strike me down if I can't get this mother on first. Strike me down if I can't get this lick kill the thirst. Strike me down if you ever catch me acting like copy. Strike me down, can't keep my phone like Mr. Gaddafi. Strike me down.
Man, sometimes you just gotta put your hands up to the sky, give it to the Lord, give you the steering wheel so he can take you to that place. And if it don't happen, it's just not my destiny. And it's guaranteed, so stand up.
Strike me down if I don't run the game like a Don. Strike me down, strike 'em getting money, chopper Guzman. Strike me down if my thunder chick ain't always the baddest. Strike me down if I get a ice to fuck her in Paris. Strike me down if the government don't cash out this game. Strike me down if I ain't selling swag or cocaine. Strike me down if I ain't always coming with power. Strike me down, never been the grill, baby face shower. Strike me down if I ever claim Republican power. Strike me down if I don't coach like Billy Mancower. Strike me down if your bitch ain't always leaving with me. Strike me down, we the future motherfucker you be. Strike me down if the block ain't filled with haters and freaks. Strike me down if this work ain't moving for a few weeks. Strike me down if I can't get this hustle off quick. Strike me down if I can't just detect it and dead.
Man, in this lifetime, life is just like a baseball game. You got 1, 2, 3 strikes before you out. And if we all strike out in the midst of this bad economy, we gonna strike out for every mother, woman, child, and man out there doing what they do. Some problems down the road. Listen to your boy, it's Gutter Fam, Winky G's, all kind of shit. And you better understand that this is for you and not for me, but for us.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. All right. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. All right. Say it again. Say it again.
Louder than words and I can hear y'all talking. I put a price on your head like a fucking auction and make you dig your own ditch and build your own coffin. I'm gonna push you, I don't need a fucking whistle. I got money for you back, cry your river, here's some tissue. Double XL, you niggas never been an issue. My kids snap your ass and bet nobody ever miss you.
Let's gutter shit, nigga. Let's gutter shit, nigga. Let's gutter shit, nigga. Let's believe my nigga gave these fucking niggas get them.
See, I got what you looking for. Coming out the dealership, box or C4. And I'm popping that shit raw. Coming through your door like it's Monday Night Raw. Rapping for that sack, coming straight back from war. Now I'm on that shit with that fucking wine ball. On the road, just getting money, swinging high. On that shit, in the fucking galaxy. Flying on that shit, fly high in the KMP, something like an eagle. Spread my fucking wings when I'm on some other shit. I think like Shaolin, studying my technique. Kick you with that flow. Hit you with that shit cause you a G, I fucking show. I hit you with that shit to let you niggas see the flow. And now I see that FO, 9210. Feel a nigga when I'm coming for that party, here we go. Coming for that dough, I'm coming for that paper. About to fucking break in, got to fucking make it. Come and give it up. Just like a whore on a fuck 12 o'clock night, we can get it more. Late night, it's like on the night shift. Fuck around and watch me pop it off and hit it off in this bitch. Wanna talk like they got it locked, cock it back, bang, got. You know how we do it every day, these niggas call cops. 9/11 ass nigga, I ain't talking about September the 11th, the niggas going to heaven. Fuck y'all niggas are coming with things out. These niggas is talking shit like they wanna be ganged out. Alright, blood or crip or blood. Fuck y'all niggas, I told you niggas I'll pop you with slugs. It no matter how you see it, cause I'm automatic with it. I ain't give a fuck about you niggas, I'm about my business, nigga. Please, don't make me squeeze what you want ease. Niggas trying to fuck around with these niggas from these streets. East sider, say what you wanna, but you won't survive tonight. Nigga, it's murder by numbers. Niggas, I'm making numbers. Fuck around, watch me come up like clap, like the thunder. Nigga, it's getting kinda crazy. Niggas talking like they real. Bunch of crack babies trying to fuck around with the bill.
Yeah, chilling with the fucking bill. Mr. C is super nigga, drunk and fucking ill. I'm leaning off the gin and I come fucking trill. I do it for my niggas, call me Todd Pinker. Cause you're catching things like a drinker. Get so much brain, bitch, call me fucking thinker. Got my main straining. Mr. Call the super nigga, have your blood draining to the floor. They treat you like a hooker whore nigga. Owe me dollar cause I never scream and holler for them niggas. Uchi Wale, Poppy Caller, make you follow. Damn, die in your fucking lie. Mr. C is super nigga, be that black guy. I smack
smack a bitch in the eye cause she owe me money and that pussy. I always make her body screaming cause it's heavy gushy. And I smack a bitch in a fat chunky tushy cause I'm steady bugging. Mr. C is thugging off the brain is freestyle. If I be caught the super nigga calling me style, I be wild on the block. I got them niggas tucking Glock and throwing rocks at tanks. Yo, I do it for my niggas and they say shit thanks cause they give it to that poppy Carlo setting them free. And I do it for my niggas that's the call me the C. Or take it down and make your ass pee.
My nigga me, my nigga me. Straight out of the gutter, type of brother that'll shoot at your brother, scoop your baby mother, smutter, have a bag, my butter, my mag, a lot of words when I'm out of words. No rap, I'm real clap. Check my rap sheet, I stack heat, 350, 65 days. All I do is reinvent myself. So many hits, I'm like a fiend. I need help myself. Spend my shit, gasoline, I can melt myself. Profit off a bean, I'm about my wealth. God, if it's this game, I ain't by myself. Nope. Supply myself so I can buy myself. Top shelf, I'm straight. Like a hot dope. 88 ground belt since 88. Flow heavyweight till my soul levitate. Fuck gold, I'm at a platinum pace. Keep the magnum just in case a nigga want his phantom lace. Catch him while he coming out the tanning plate. And damn his face, cause the mag got a hell of a kick. And I know niggas mad, I got a hell. When I was back to a hell of a fit, made a vow to blow before I'm out of my 20s. Had one to go, now I'm 30, so you know I'm in the studio hitting a boot for like I used to hit niggas coops up. Gotta get this loot up, game like a new smut that I gotta dig out. I've been hot ever since they took big out. Pop 2, hip hop's official. I used to pick locks with issues, smoke rocks with pistols. Now I make beat rocks, CO this one.
All right. And this is the My Part of Town podcast, and we are in the game from top to bottom. In the house, I'm your boy, Mr. Cena Forcer, a.k.a. Poppy Carl, the bad boy. I think the guys probably got Mr. BS. Oops, I'm sorry. I fucked up Mr. BS's shit. Oh, there we go. And Bolo's probably got to do himself. But we're in the show right now. It's a show all about Philadelphia, and it really all about city life all around the country. The crime, the food, the love, the thick women, the big girls that's winning, the skinny girls that's winning, the ugly niggas that's winning, the pretty niggas that's winning that wear them little pink shirts and whatnot. Like, I don't know if y'all got pretty niggas. We got pretty niggas in Philly. They wear pink shirts and baby blue socks and shit. That's how you get pussy in Philly. Don't ask me. Ask the bitches. But also, I'm Mr. Cena for some Poppy Carter, bad boy. We in the game. I got my shirt on and I put too much bleach on, so it's like camouflage now. But I love this. It's my favorite fucking shirt. This show's all about getting it up. And I got my guest hosts with me both in the house tonight, the one and the two. We'll go from back to the front. Of course, we got the infamous, the magnanimous, the street creditous, the godson, and his name is Mr. BAS. How you doing there, sir?
What's going on? What's up with y'all, fellas?
Chilling. How I'm supposed to know? And then, of course, I got even another infamous man on a different level. He makes people hate the fact that they accepted his Facebook friend request. As you can hear the terrible sound he is providing, because whatever he's listening to is feeding back into his phone when I talk. This gentleman's name is Volo Modulus Tautology. He's also known as VMT, the Mastodon. Nigga might need some headphones. And let's bust this man. How you doing there, Volo?
All is good, you know. I guess, I don't know. He must be picking up everything, or, you know, the operating system still got to adjust itself.
Are you using a laptop or a phone?
I'm using my phone, like before.
Yo, I updated to the new software. Does anybody notice that the colors look pretty? Well, Mr. BAS, you won't understand this.
What you
But the
talking about?
colors look
Vibrant?
prettier on my iPhone now.
Oh
Did
no,
you
I ain't
notice
got
that?
no iPhone.
This is why you wouldn't understand. Sorry about that. We didn't mean to
Fuck
leave you
iPhone.
out, but I'm sure the technician gets it.
Yeah, he definitely gets it.
Yo, dude, I looked at my apps today. I was like, God damn, I don't even got a new phone, my nigga. Like, why does this shit look so in depth and beautiful, my nigga? Right? Anybody else
That's
notice
how they
that?
hook you, bro. You heard? That's how they
Yo,
hook you.
I'm loving the new side view at night, John. Like it's like my thing is nice and pretty, and I can see a clock now. You know what I mean? And I can play with
Oh
it, kind
my
of thing.
god. You hear this shit?
It's a beautiful thing, Mr. BAS. I haven't had anybody hack my phone since I got an iPhone. That's all I'm saying. I was like, before I got an iPhone, I had my security breached multiple times.
Man, listen,
All
since you
emails, people stole my credit cards and money and shit, and took some shit off my account. And my bank saved me from I think it was $3,000. Some guy tried to spend off my card after I got an iPhone. Man, nigga, they be like, literally, they're like, hey, the phone will tell you, hey, a nigga got your card on 7th and nigga street, and he's trying to buy some pussy, but the bitch is arguing with him because his name ain't on the card. And that shit will come up. Will you accept this
You funny as shit, yo.
charge? I'm like, no, nigga. It's not even my bank. It's the phone. That's real
You know,
shit.
Cash App.
The Bolo, is
You
that
come
real?
to think about it, yo. You come to think about it, Cash App has made a lot of things easier, especially for the hoes, bro. Especially for the hoes.
Oh,
Now they don't even have to have no cash on them. Yo, you got all they have to do is have a phone on them and shit.
yeah, yeah.
So you
Yeah,
know, Cash App looking out for them hoes.
it's definitely a lot of Apple love. Because even my son, he bought a little video game and it popped up on my thing. I'm like, yo, what you doing? Because it'll pop up and let you know, hey, a purchase is happening over here, and they because I share with their account. So like I'm like the master account and they the slave account, and it anything they do, it pops up on my thing.
Was cracking, right?
Yeah,
Yep, that's why.
I know.
See, Mr. BA. Yes, if you had an iPhone, you could stop the technician from buying pussy.
Oh man. Yo, you're not gonna get me. Yo, y'all not gonna get me over to the dark side, bro. I keep telling y'all. Y'all can say that. Y'all can say 100,000 things that is good for it. I'm still not gonna switch over.
That's all right.
Never.
That's all good. Now I got a couple homeboys. They like, nah, I'm Android to the death. So I get it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So what else been going on with your BAS?
Man, oh man, I don't know where to start, bro. You see, I'm not in my car.
Yeah,
You see me? I'm
it's
in
been
the
acting
jungle
up
right now.
again.
Nah, man, they finally got her, bro.
The city?
Yeah, man, man, police got my shit, bro. Nut ass motherfucker, bro. Why? I was about to go live, and matter of fact, I was on my way home because I was about to go live that night. It was last Wednesday, and I was about to go live. I was just like hurrying up to get home, something, you know what I mean, get myself ready and shit.
Yeah.
Man, I'm 2 blocks away from my crib. These sons of bitches pull me over, bro.
Yeah.
They put a detainer on my bitch, so she ain't coming out no time soon.
Until
So I'm right
they want
now.
money, huh?
Yeah, it got me good. It got me good. I ain't even get it. Yo, listen, I ain't get a chance to check my music out or nothing. But you know what? I'm not even mad about that. I was mad at the disrespectfulness that I was getting from the motherfucking police, bro. Guess what? I was listen. Once the cop told me I'm not under arrest, that was like the green light for me to start cursing at this motherfucker. I call him all
turn
sorts of
into a
fat.
white woman and shit. Like, hold the fuck up, then. I'm not getting arrested.
Listen, that day, cause I had a couple things to talk about that day. That day, they had shot 3 cops in the city. They up like northeast and shit. 3 cops got hit. So I was like, that was one of the like signs that I was like, I should take my ass home.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of cops running around that day. So I'm like, I didn't know what was going on at first, but then eventually I had found out through the news on the radio and shit that the cops got hit up. So I'm like, damn, man, but I made it through work. So I'm like, I want to make my run like I normally do, make my stops or whatever. I'm on my way home. Man, these sons of bitches pull me over, bro. bro. The one cop was acting cool. Like he was cool. Like he didn't even think that the other cop was going to take my car. Bro, he got me so fucking mad, Mr. C. Yo, he got lucky that my son walked up. I was at that moment that I didn't give a fuck about getting locked
He's
up.
like,
I
I'm ready
didn't
to
give
go
a fuck. Like, listen, like I told him, like, no, cause when my son walked up, he was like, I'm about to give you all these tickets. And my son's still sitting here, right here next to me. He could tell you. I was like, well, go ahead, add him the fuck up and then give them to me. I don't give a fuck.
right?
So, bro, I was getting them pissed off. I kept getting out my car. I had my phone on, or like I was about to go live on the show. I'm gonna be real with you. That's what I was thinking about. But there was a point in the moment of the whole situation where I lost my temper and I just started snapping at him. So it definitely wouldn't have been a good look for us. So
Yeah, that shit would have been
I didn't
viral
do it.
though.
But
That shit probably
bro,
went
but
viral. We should have cooked that
but
shit.
so right. So tell me if I'm wrong for saying this shit at the end of the whole situation. So as I'm leaving, finally after being an asshole that he was. I went up to the cop that was acting cool on the passenger side. I was like, yo, officer, man, hope you have a good night, man. Stay safe out here. Then I looked at the other cop, the one I was like, I hope you go fuck yourself, you bitch ass motherfucker. You got my address. You can come see me. You can come see me.
Great.
And I walked away. My son, I told my son, give me the Dutch. And I lit the Dutch up as I was walking away.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Bro, listen, the cops can't do shit. Listen, the cops can't do shit for you talking shit. They can't.
No.
They're not gonna lie.
Unless you assault the cop physically or you're impeding the progress.
Exactly. I didn't do none of that. If anything, he put his hands on me, and I was like, "Oh, what you doing? You touching my arm? Ain't no reason for you to be touching my arm and shit." Fucking, you know,
I know, but you know, similar to Bolo, you
I'm a
sometimes
rich
jail is necessary.
like when they first told me that we were gonna take the car, I was like, listen, I'm guilty. Listen, I'm not even gonna argue with y'all. Y'all got it. You feel me? No, he want to take it to a whole different level, start doing nut shit, saying nut shit. And I'm like, I wish I was really recording so I could record when he said this. I was like, man, I heard about the fellow officers of y'all, man. I heard they got hit up, man. They good, man?
Yeah,
He said, I don't give a fuck. He said, I don't give a fuck about them. Fuck them. Yeah. I'm like, that's your family right there. You don't give a fuck about your family? So, bro,
not anymore. It's not like it used to be back in the day. They're not a fraternity like they used to be.
So this nigga had a thick ass accent. So I'm like, man, what the fuck? So I'm like I said, I was guilty or whatever of the car situation. You feel me?
Yeah.
But he was getting me mad, like the shit, the little nut shit he was saying and doing, and like he was doing procedures that I've never heard of before. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? This is one of the breaking points right here. I gave him my name, Mr. C. I gave him my whole name, my whole exact name. You feel me? On my birth certificate, which is really long. Can't find it in the computer. I gave him my address or whatever, still couldn't find. I gave him my PP number, my ID number from jail, still couldn't find my fucking name. I gave him my state number that I had from when I was a state, still couldn't find my fucking name. I'm like, oh man, this motherfucker want to be an asshole and shit. So you know, like he had me for like almost an hour and shit. Like you know what I mean? Then I left. I said, go fuck yourself. You got my address. You can come see me whenever you want. And I was in flip flops.
In flip flops. Just the way he liked it.
Yeah, like, bro, he just, bro, I never heard this shit before where they actually, bro, why they had me pulled over. I wasn't even there 10 minutes. They had sent the fucking car over here to my crib to knock on my fucking door to ask my people something.
Yeah.
When I was giving him the proof right then and there and shit. And like, I never heard of that. So when he did that and I heard that shit, bro, that's when it took me to another level. Cause the cop that was talking to me, the cool cop, didn't even know he did that. You feel me? I'm like, this motherfucker, yo.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, a couple shit happened in the city the last couple of days. What was the shit you told me about that? They found somebody hung in Strawberry Mansion off the bridge. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. It was earlier today.
I want to put these down because I want to look at these stories up. So you said Strawberry Mansion hanging?
Yeah, on a bridge.
I'm gonna put it in the chat so I can go back and remember so I can look up the video.
Yeah, they had him hogtied.
Hanging. That's some cop shit.
And then the last week,
you said some cops got lit up.
Yeah, last week. That was last Wednesday. That was when it happened. When I got my car checking and shit. That motherfucker right there, retarded right there. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't say that word, but that motherfucker stupid as fuck.
Well, you know, all right, well, you know, you say nigga and bitch. I think a retarded is okay, BAS,
You can
at your
say that.
level.
You can say that. Okay, yeah. Well, but anyway, he was a dumb motherfucker.
You could say that. You just can't say the R word.
No, don't say the R word. Don't say both R words. Say great.
I don't know which was the other one, so I'm gonna stay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, the cops that got hit up. All right, so the boy was arguing with his brother.
Yeah.
They got into a shootout. I don't know exactly how the story went, but I know they got into a shootout. The son called the cops. As the cops was pulling up to the scene, he'd go, let's go on the cops. So he hit 3 of them. So I think the boy got caught and got hit up, and I don't think he made it. But because when I got pulled over, the cool cop was telling me like, yeah, like the cops was cool, and then he's like he wasn't sure if the bull made it or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was another thing I wanted to talk to you about, but I can't remember right now. But that's 2 stories for you right there.
Well, just to go on the cop thing, because I had some questions. Because you know me, I'm a bullshit guy running for president, right? And one of the things I want to inspire people in major cities to do is become cops, right? Now, everybody's like, yo, fuck that. No, hell no. They're just going to make me follow their rules and make me whip my own people ass, which is not a drop of the training and rules of being a cop. That is actually decided by the niggas that's cops is scared, right? But let's imagine the scenario we just talked about, right? We have the technician, young, strong man, boy, looks like he could play linebacker, right?
Hold on, before we go any further, let me tell you about this too.
Go ahead.
As they pulled me over, I did the procedure that I always tell y'all. I put my keys on top of the dashboard. I rolled all my windows so they can actually see in my car. You feel me? And I kept my hands on visually where they can see my hands.
Matter if you're good is the point I'm about to try to make with this explanation.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
No, I was trying to make them feel safe, and they were still there was no reason for them to act like an asshole. I was trying to say.
I get it, but they already scared.
Mm.
You want to know why they scared, BAS?
Because them three cops got hit.
No, you want to know why they're scared? Because they're not from Philly. And this is what I was talking about. So people where I was going though, follow me with this, BAS. So you notice how the cops were scared. They shook bitch niggas. So even if you did your best, they still was pussy, right? That's basically what happened, right? You did your best. You were respectful. You were honest. Still pussy. You want to know why? Because them niggas is from Yaden or some shit. You get what I'm saying? But imagine the technician, young, strong man. The chef, young, strong lady. I think you got 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine.
Yeah.
You say, hey, all y'all become cops together. One is a cop out in the suburbs. One is a cop in the city. By now, they'd be officers. And they would know people. And then when your name or your number came across the thing, the chef or somebody else would have heard it, like when I was a young boy. And then guess what? A car would have just pulled up while you was there. While you was going through the bullshit. Guess who would have pulled up? The chef. Guess who would have pulled up? The technician. Guess who would have pulled up? We don't got a nickname for the third baby yet. But we got it. You got it. But this is who would pull up and be like, yo, hey, he part of the fam. I'm dog. I'm talking about when you cool with the cops, you can have a dead body in the back of your car. And they're like, hey, just don't get pulled over again before you got home. And if you do, just tell them I saw you and let you go. The cops is dog. This is why.
Yo, it was funny too.
I want
now that you say that shit.
Cops. We could be a gang, dog. You don't gotta be a bitch nigga just because you become a cop. And you get to play with guns. My dad had a book in the house where he could buy a rocket launcher. I've seen it. And it's because he's a cop. And he had a magazine in the house with AKs and clips. And I was looking through the magazine like, why's my dad got this book in the crib? And then he had 3 guns. He had a 38, he had a 44, all legal, 22. And he could actually buy a fucking rocket launcher and grenades if he wanted to. Like Billy from, what's that, Beverly Hills Cop?
Yeah.
Y'all could do that shit. Legally, my nigga. Volo had a roommate that was a regular cop that made detective. He has running from the cop stories. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like if the cops had more better training on especially on their PR and how they present themselves, instead of like coming out with their guns drawn or whatever the case may be and shit, I think they would get further. You feel me? Like they don't have to be assholes to everybody.
but they're
They don't
poorly
young. They don't have
trained.
to be assholes to everybody. You feel me? And
But
you can see
dog,
it in the young. The younger they are, the more you could tell the
because
more
they're
the
scared, bro.
naiveness
They're
that they
not
have.
from the area. They don't know you guys. But if it was the technician, if it was the chef, they know the people from that area. So even if they don't know some Puerto Rican, she said, "Oh, you from 6th Street? Wait, my grandma used to live around there. I don't know you. What's your last name? Who you know? Do you know some guy named
Right.
Wiley? You get what I'm saying? This is who you would be talking to if more of us became the cops. It's not to be traitors. It's to do what the Irish and the Polish did, because they were the N-words back in the day. They hated the Polish. They hated the Irish. That's why you got Officer McGillicuddy and Fireman Mahoulihan and all that. You ever notice that? They did that to gang up, to keep the other Italians and Spain people that thought they were better than them from whooping their ass. That's that gangs of New York shit. And we need to do that now, where we just
And it's
flip.
crazy. I feel like I feel like they were doing like the good cop, bad cop treatment and shit.
Yeah.
The vibe that I was getting, because the one that was acting like an asshole, you gotta understand, like from the rip, he was acting like an asshole, and I'm like, damn. All right, so I'm now.
But that's part of the
I can't.
training.
And the thing is, like me being the person that got pulled over, I can't go off that energy from the. I can't give off that energy. You feel me?
I
Because
know. But they probably talked
but
about it
when
before they even got out the car, bro. They was like, yo. His dude probably was like, yo, I feel like being bad cop right now. And dude was like, yo, you on one? He's like, yeah. He's like, all right, I'm gonna try to be good cop. Like, but other days, the guy that was nice to you, he's bad cop.
yeah,
That's what
he was like the good cop was like, yeah, you got any weapons in here? I was like, you can check the car. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you're gonna take it. You feel me? Y'all can check the car. I ain't got no weapons. He's like, how about anything else? Anything else? I was like, you can check the car. I ain't got no weapon. I kept saying that. I wasn't gonna say I had
Yeah.
anything else.
No, you never admit anything to the cops. Let them
So
have the plausible
so
deniability.
when he told me the when the dickhead came around and said, I'm gonna take your car, whatever, blah blah, some lot of stuff, I went and grabbed my weed from the back of my seat where I stashed it at and put it in a bag and tied it up. I was like, they couldn't say shit, because I'm like, look at the. I thought of it like this: if they're gonna cost way too much money by them taking me in for nothing, for bullshit tickets, you feel me?
They don't want
Because
the
I didn't do
paperwork. They don't want to do all that.
exactly. And they're not gonna take me all the way to the district to give me a ticket for weed. You feel me? They're not gonna do that.
Oh, trust me, they
So,
didn't even want to take the goddamn car because that's paperwork.
yep.
But you
So
know, the old boy was on one, and the other dude was like, "Man, this nigga tripping." Well, and you know what they talked about? Since you bad cop today, you're doing all the paperwork. Like, this is the kind of agreements that cops make with each other before they talk to you. It sounds childish, right? But this is literally how they work
no,
together.
no, you right. That's the thing. You right about that shit though.
Yeah, like kids.
Definitely
Like,
right.
oh, okay. Well, since you want to be bad cop today, if we got to tow this nigga's car, you doing all the paperwork. I'm not doing that shit. And you got to buy the drinks after work tonight. Like that kind of shit.
Yo, and at the time of the night that what it was like after 11:30, almost 12 o'clock. I couldn't call nobody to come over, help me with it, so I could take my music out the car. So Mr. C, they got my car with the music in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my god, whatever my car was worth, whatever it was, and then you gotta tack another 1,000 because of the music and shit. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, no, they got back in that shit when they got to the station and was bumping mad shit, bumping
I'm like,
bad boys, what you gonna do?
so that's a hell of a loss I just took, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm on to other things.
Yeah, well, you got to keep moving, man. And
No,
I'm
but you know what?
telling you, Mr. BAS, you have such a great well of natural time. Mr. BAS, you know what the good thing is about having a tough life that like square little bitch niggas like me don't have? I can tell all the stories I want about me getting drunk or getting in trouble, whatever. But my shit is all like college nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? My shit is all, what's that nigga Cassidy? I'm a Cassidy nigga. You get what I'm saying? But you're the nigga that Cassidy was hanging with that day. Wink. This man right here. That's the nigga niggas want to hang. You get what I'm saying? And even though it hurts, to tell the stories because it drags up the PTSD. And it makes it therapy thing. Dog, I'm telling you, you got $1 million. You got $1 million trapped in you, God. $1 million. And you can just find a way to get it out there on the
But sometimes, like, with all the knowledge I got, a lot of that shit. I remember a lot of that shit I can't really be talking about. You feel me? Like a lot of that knowledge I got, it's time. A lot of them
Well,
times that
look,
I
first, what you do is, so this is what you do here, Mr. BS. You don't start with the hardest stuff. You start with the stuff you can tell and change first. That's going to get you 6 months to a year of stuff. As you get bigger, you'll be able to expand to other things, and you won't have to regress to the things you don't want to tell. You feel me?
right.
So you start out with the easy shit, the little shit, how to sell weed, the little dumb shit that happened on the block, the nigga that fixed the car on the street, the nigga that was like a little shady around the hood, the dude that was crazy, some ish stories. You know how many people would love ish if you just told stories about, oh, I got this guy there. They be like, oh, where is he? He must be like, dude, I'm telling you, they will fall in love with your craziest friends. Just because you tell them, like, yeah, that's my man, though. And they're like, yeah, we like him. Dude. I'm telling you,
seen a
$1
lot of
million
shit.
trapped inside of you, BS. I just want to get that inspiration.
Man, listen.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's there. You can just finesse it.
And the crazy thing, I watch these shows like Power and Raising Kanan and all them fucking shit, all them hood shows and shit, and I'm like, damn. And I can relate to that shit in different levels of that shit. And I'm like, damn, how they were doing certain things and shit. Like that shit that happened in the show The Wire, that shit was happening here. You feel me? So I could definitely relate to all that shit. You feel me? Because I've seen it. I've seen it. I felt it.
Inspiration, bro. Like if you watching this show, you like, yo, this remind me of the time. Some. You can actually say, yo, I was watching Power. You know the episode, what is one time back in the day. You feel me? And in video.
Right.
And the niggas will not only be on it because of the Power reference, because now they got the Power reference, and then he's like, wait, this nigga done live Power life? $1 million.
You know, I don't got nobody to put it to paper for me.
Christmases
You know
missed. All those Christmases missed. That's $1 million.
Man, I definitely don't want to think about that shit. I missed a lot.
Right. It's a great story. Could you imagine a video series where you told the story every year of why you missed Christmas because of that? Oh my God. Amazing. Amazing. That's like $1 million worth of stories in what was that, 7 years? 8? That's 8 stories. Yo, there's 1 year where I missed Christmas. You feel me?
It almost became like it was a routine, like it was natural, because people would be like, oh, well, if you don't see me in the hood, they already knew where I was at.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like if it was like that, people would be like, oh, it's been a week that I haven't seen me walking around or whatever the case was. They knew I was booked. So
yeah,
I definitely know about that shit, all them fucking nights and shit.
Yeah, you don't gotta get all into the deeps and dirties and expose. You can just the surface stuff. Because you gotta remember, you're talking to squares, BAS. You're not talking to people that know the lingo. Notice you're talking to squares. All they need is they just need to see the outside of the pussy. They don't.
And the crazy that you're saying all this, right? And in that moment when the cops pulled me over last week, they were, you know what they were really fishing for, to see what kind of character I was. They probably was looking for somebody that was gonna cry and whine and take my car, please don't take my car. I was the opposite. And then when the cop saw that I wasn't scared about, I guess when he actually finally saw my record and saw my rap sheet, he was like, oh shit, now what the fuck? Like we got him mad and this and this and that, and the disrespectfulness was like fucked up, bro. Cause I was cool, I was chilling, I was just trying to get the fuck out and go home.
No,
I was walking distance.
They treat us like insurgents in the Israeli-Palestine war when they talk to you. Most of them are ex-military. A lot of them are ex-COs. These guys are, most of them are suburb dudes that couldn't get a job where they wanted, and they got a job in the city because nobody wants it. That's who you're talking to.
Or they doing it for the benefits.
Yeah, this is a job. When I was a kid, even though my dad used to explain to me that cops are public servants. And he said cops are supposed to, let's say Mr. BS was about to get shot, right? A cop is literally supposed to step in front of you and stop him.
I know.
That's his job. A cop, if you're out lost, let's say the technician is out one night, he ain't got a ride home. He like, yo, Uber is tripping. These hoes is crazy. And no, I can't do shit.
I told my son that shit one time, and he don't believe me about that one.
Dog, he's supposed to walk right up to any cop. I'm not.
Especially if you're a minor. Especially if you're a
young guy, if you're under 18, or if you even look young enough for them to feel bad for you, and you tell us, officer, sir, you know, I really wouldn't answer this, but I'm really stuck out. I got no, I got to walk 30 blocks to the crib. Could you at least give me a ride close? The cops might at least take you 10 blocks, but they will. That's their job. You could literally report that to their boss and get them in trouble if you actually knew who they were.
No, and it's crazy because in their motto it says to serve and protect. To serve.
To serve. They took away community policing. They took away walking the beat. They took away they cut back on PAL and all that stuff. They broke that link. You know what I mean? So now it's like this us against them. You know what I mean? It's insurgents versus ex-military and CO niggas with an attitude problem and nerd niggas that never had no power in their life. That's who you're dealing with.
Right. Yo, Volo, you awake?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just muting my mic. And you know what I mean?
On all that we talked about, Volo?
What's that? Oh yeah, well, you know, this is
Mr. B and BS talked about.
No, I'm loving this show. This is the throwback show to Philly Things show. So I'm just sitting back listening, and then that's where Miss D used to jump in and be like, well, you know, BS, why don't you come out to the West Coast? And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm about to cuss that bitch out.
She used to get annoying about that, like she don't understand. Like it ain't about me just getting a ticket or whatever. It takes a lot for me to get on an airplane, and it's coming from a person that had to take an airplane to get here to begin with.
No, you like John Madden and shit. John Madden made a bus so he could drive around the country because he did not trust planes.
Right? You know, it's a different culture out there. You know,
a train ride out here is like 3 days, and dog, a train got mad space. It's not like a bus or a plane where you packed it. You walk around a train. They got a food car. A train got mad space.
No, but I remember one time I had to sit there and explain to her
yourself for the whole few days, and you can get off the smoke and shit like that and everything. And they don't check your bags.
No, but I remember one time I had to explain to her that a lot of them reasons why I didn't travel was because I couldn't travel because I was either on parole or probation. You feel me?
Are you clear?
I remember, huh?
Are you clear?
I've been clear, but I had to sit there and explain to her why I didn't travel before, and I was like, "The fuck." No, that's a throwback right there.
No, I get it. I don't like planes, bro. I've been on a plane one time where I had like this turbulence that the plane was literally jumping 7 to 15 feet up and down for 45 minutes. So much so that there was a racist old lady who did not talk to me when I got on a plane. She wouldn't look at me. And the minute this turbulence went on for 10 minutes, guess who grabbed my right hand and I looked over at her like, you know what, bitch? I was gonna punch you earlier, but right now I think
no. And plus, I be watching these videos on people traveling and shit, and they get profiled at the gates and shit. I'm not trying to go through all that. You feel me? Getting profiled at the gate, or they run my name or whatever, and they see I gotta go through the bullshit. That's the shit that I don't want to deal with.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm on the FBI NSA watch list. They always check my bags. They always pull me to the side. But dude, I still take a vape through there, and they don't say shit.
Shit, yeah. My luck, they're gonna detain me before do any of that.
Nah, they cool, man. Dog. Basically, it's like this: be calm, be patient, and make sure that when you go through, you follow all the rules. Because basically, they fuck with people who come through and I don't want to take my belt off. I want to take my shoes off. I'm being like this. No, I'm like ready. Bang, 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 bang. Got all my shit out in the open. Bang, bang, bang. They don't even look at this shit. They just be like, yeah, here's your vape, nigga. Get out of here. Go get high, nigga. Or you can put the cases in your shit. It's really cool and whatnot. You know what I mean? They're not so bad. But I get checked. You remember when the guy did the shoe bombing on Christmas? And he flew
Yeah, I remember that shit.
The night he flew, I flew on New Year's Eve the same night he flew. For some reason, me and this white lady, they not only pulled us out of line and talked to us, they then checked our bags as we went through the machine. Then we got on the plane, sat there for like 15, 20 minutes in our seats. And then all of a sudden, the stewardesses and stuff walked up to this lady and me and said, yeah, we're going to check your bags again before we roll.
The
next day, yes, this happened. The next day, I got home for Christmas and they talked about how the shoe bomber guy, dad had called the government, told him he was coming, what flight he was coming on, and nobody checked him and they let him come right on. But they checked everybody else to front like they were looking.
So it's crazy because you could think about it. Look at the ripple effect that it had with the shoe bomber had. Now the shit that happened last week, it happened and sort of that's what happened to me. Instead of me coming home and just sooner than what I was coming home, I probably would have been good that night. But the cops was already in the heat. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
plus with the shit that happened a week before with the looting and shit. Then that shit, like you know what I mean? Like I was like,
yeah,
damn, I
they
should have
like you
came home
probably
sooner.
one of
You feel
the
me?
looters, huh?
Yeah, so I was like, nah, I should have got home sooner, but it is what it is. It happened for a reason, you feel me?
Yeah. Well, you know, at this
Everybody thought I was gonna be
we
all
take
down and
care of
out about
that.
it. Yeah, everybody thought I was gonna be down and out about it, but no, it is what it is, you feel me?
Yeah,
I got away with it way longer than I was supposed to, so
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. No, that's
But
how
yeah,
it is
you
in LA with public transportation. They don't check in the subways, so you can ride the subway for free for like 3-4 months, right? But eventually, if the cops catch you and you didn't pay for a ticket, they give you a $250 ticket. So you can ride for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, 8 months, a
let's
year
just see.
for
I
free.
got pulled over. That was
And
the
they
fourth
give
time in a
you
month. You heard? That was the fourth time in a month that I got pulled over.
exactly. So
So I got away with three and I lost to one. So it's like I didn't
second
get no tickets. You feel me? I ain't getting no tickets, so it is what it is. You feel me?
yeah,
The car was already at its last end already. I was just a little salty. I didn't take the music out.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, you know what I learned in my older age? Every time I catch a L or I have a problem or I take a loss, right? At first I used to be like, man, fuck. And I thought, you know what? Let me spin this around and see how this can be an opportunity or a blessing of sorts for me to either learn a
man,
lesson.
if anybody know about taking L's, it's me. I definitely took a lot of L's in my lifetime, especially dealing with the shit in the streets. You feel
Go
me?
ahead.
So it's
Every
just
man is taking L's, even the best one.
man, listen, a nigga that says that never took an L is lying to himself.
Yo, that Fleece Johnson is like, I never lost a fight. I said, Fleece, you lying like a motherfucker. You're a booty boy.
Yeah,
You lost a
the other
couple.
motherfuckers that can't accept it, that's what it is.
Like because it's like the people are like, I didn't lose, we tied type shit. You know what I mean? Like, nah. So you got to learn to take your L's. I played John Madden football to keep me true as a man, because the one thing John Madden football will teach anybody is you better learn to take your fucking loss like a man.
And probably people that watching right now, they're probably thinking that he just lost a car. No, what people don't understand, people that really know me is I lived off that car. You know what I mean? Like I was a delivery man. I lost my job. I lost my car. So basically, I took a crazy ass loss right now. But I ain't gonna sit there and cry about it. I'm just gonna keep it pushing.
No,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
telling you, especially if y'all chilling right now, y'all need to fuck with that video shit. You and the technician need to get together and fuck around a little bit. You might come up with some shit to get you big quick while you're sleeping. I'm telling you, wake up, your phone is blowing up. You're like, what the fuck? We only put up 2 videos on that type shit. We only put up 2
Bro, and
videos.
it was hilarious how I fucking bro.
That shit ain't happening
The
to
way
me.
I walked off, I was like, "Fuck you! I hope you fucking get shot." Told the cop just like that. I hope you
Yeah,
get shot.
like I
Y'all was
said,
like, you bitch ass nigga.
that is 2 video quality stuff. Now Volo is 390,000 video quality, and I'm around 115.
I think I got it on my phone.
Huh?
You heard? I think I got that last part on my phone, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
If you
I
got
think my
that
son
last
recorded that
little
shit.
piece, you should do some kind of text story. And just
Yo,
play it.
listen, when I get off, I'm gonna look for it to see if I do got it, and I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
I'm about to get off in a few minutes because I'm cold out here. It's cold out here in Philly.
Hell yeah. Oh, what's the
So,
temperature like? Like 30, 40 type shit?
nah, it's like probably like high 40s, early 50s. Not that cold, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just you could tell
But
it's starting
nighttime
to
cold
begin.
and shit. Nighttime cold and shit.
Exactly. So you know how that shit go.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I was gonna do this. I was gonna get on. I was really gonna start going live on that when that whole situation started. You feel me?
Mhm.
So I could actually show you how I would do things and shit. But when I saw the bull started acting nutty, I was like, nah, I'm glad I didn't do it.
Now, if
Cause
you
he
went
was,
live like holding the camera up, it'd have been a problem. But if you'd have just like got pulled over and just hit that shit and just threw your phone in the seat or under the seat or something and just let it
yeah,
go
no,
from
how I
there.
would put my phone when I put my phone on the steering wheel. That's what I would have did.
Yeah, like some shit. Like, I mean, in the future, if for some reason you ever get pulled over again when you get your new shit, definitely hit that shit. Because cops don't want to be on camera, but you can record the audio legitimately. And
Man, I'm missing. I'm missing. I would have had my phone like this, like like I was a selfie and shit.
see, here you go. See, this is why the cops should beat you like Bolo. You and Bolo are going to be in meta jail and cop jail together. Because y'all just
No, when my
disrespect.
son walked up, I told him to start recording on my phone, but I don't know if I didn't even check to see if I had it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna not
But that's
let
what it was.
Bolo hang
The
out
cop
together.
thought. Listen, the cop thought I was gonna be pussy. He thought he smelled blood in the water and shit. Like, nah, that shit ain't popping over here, pop. No, they ain't hit me on some smart ass shit. He was like, if you want, I'll give you a ride home if you ain't got nowhere to get home. I was like, yeah, all right, fuck you and your ride. And he was like, he looked at me, I was like, yeah, fuck you and your ride. I said it again to him and shit.
What kind of community serve?
Like, bro, you already took it to another level, so I'm taking it to another level. You feel me? Like I told my son, I ain't care if I would have got locked up. I would have got out. I would have got out. What he would have got? What I would have got charges for?
He would have said disturbing the peace.
People was outside already smoking weed on their porches anyway. What he gonna say? Nothing.
Weed. He just said you were being too loud, and I had a cop threaten me with that bullshit once because he followed me to my house and I called
Exactly. That's what they do. They threaten though. They threaten. If you fall to that shit, then yeah, they're gonna get away with it.
Because it means paperwork and they gotta explain it. You know.
Exactly. He lucky I ain't said, yo, I want to see your captain or whatever. He lucky I ain't want to sit there and wait that extra time.
Yeah.
But I was definitely ready to call that time. Yo, go get me a white shirt.
Yeah. No, I was very lucky to have the same name as a former cop that had been around. So even when I would get caught up around the city, literally,
I ain't got that luxury. I ain't got that luxury.
Go over the radio and be like, yo, leave that nigga alone.
Man, I knew a young
I didn't
boy.
even try for it. It was luck. I had a homeboy. I used to date this light-skinned girl named her name was D. Do you remember the girl I used to date that was a little light-skinned, skinny chick, Bolo?
Nah, I can't say that, kid.
It was after college. Anyway, one of her best friends growing up was the son of the fire marshal in Philly. His name was like Harold something, right? So she said when they were kids, they used to go out in Philly and they would always get caught by the cops. And then once they found out what his name was, they'd be like, all right, man, y'all good for the night. And dog, it's like that. This is why I'm trying to inspire us to become cops and firemen. It's a good paying job, good stuff. You can break the law all you want.
Man, but listen to the other side of that though. I had a cop that used to listen. If he heard my name come on the fucking radio, he was showing up just to be an asshole on me. And I knew the nigga like that.
Oh, like Mark Zuckerberg and Bolo.
Bro, like I knew this nigga. Like I watched this nigga grow up, and then he started being an asshole after he became a cop and shit. Yeah. He used to hear my name on the radio. This happened a couple times. He would just show up randomly. But like, yo, make sure you take him good, or make sure he ain't got no warrants. Or he even asked me about a case that had nothing to do with Philly. Remember that situation I had in Montgomery County?
Yeah.
Well, he pulled me over, like he had me hemmed up, and he was like, "Yo, what's up with this Montgomery County situation?" I was, "There's none of your fucking business." He's like, "Who you talking?" I was like, "It's none of your fucking business." But yeah, man, you just gotta know how to play your role in them situations. That's all.
I'm telling you, BAS, you got $1 million of gold trapped in you, boy.
I ain't got nobody to put it to pen to paper, bro.
You don't need a pen and paper. You got a child. You got a child. You punch that motherfucker if you don't do it. And you got a daughter. She will probably do it just because she's bored.
Man, I gotta run that by her. I mean, you know she don't live with me.
I'm telling you, she probably would be so glad because she loves that '90s rap. She idolizes her super dad, man. If she had an opportunity to make, because you gotta understand, the better you look to the world, the better your kids look to the world. So your kids want to make you look great, man.
Man, I'm too old for that shit, bro. I'm too old for that shit.
No, you not. You never.
Man, the
You're
world
a
already knows what
man.
the
You
world
have
already knows
kids
how to look at
until the
me.
day you die. You're not some woman. You didn't hit menopause. Your eggs didn't run out. I'm busting nuts at 137. I'm trying to live to 250. Fuck that. I'm gonna be dropping nuts at 250 on bitches 18. Yeah, I'm gonna be 220 years older than the bitch getting her pregnant. That's my plan. No, Mr. BAS, you are endless. You are the Highlander. You have a wealth of pain that you can monetize. It sucks and it hurts to spill it because it takes you back to where you were. But man, if you can figure out a way, ask the kids, man. Ask them what they think. They will probably be glad to help you, bro. Real talk.
Got you.
I'm
Well,
telling you,
listen, I
$1
gotta let
million.
y'all go.
Yeah.
Listen, I gotta let
Final
y'all
word
go.
from BAS.
Oh,
Yeah.
before anything, how about them birds?
Yeah.
How about them Eagles?
And how about them cowgirls? And how about them cowgirls?
How about them cowgirls?
Them
They
Phillies.
got their ass whooped.
They said they might not start Dak next week.
Man, that should have been 2 games ago.
I don't know. I'm about to call them niggas and ask them, can I get a deal for $20? Let me play a game, nigga.
Shit.
They
They
desperate.
might they taking people from the street. Fuck it.
Yeah, I love it. It's nothing that makes me happier than the pain of the Cowboys. Like,
Yo,
I don't watch many sports shows when it says, hey, the Cowboys are fucked up. I'm like, I'm clicking and watching this shit and laying back.
people be like, "Oh, you hating?" I'm not hating. I'm being real. I'm not
That's
hating. Yeah, sometimes I take it a little bit overboard with the videos I post, but it is a fucking cowgirl.
it's never overboard. Everybody that San Francisco people hate the Cowboys. New York Giants hate the Cowboys. The Redskins hate the Cowboys. Arizona Cardinals hate the Cowboys. Anybody in the AFC probably hates the Cowboys. My mother, no, God hates the Cowboys. Who's left? Oh, Jerry Jones hates the Cowboys.
Man, that's crazy.
So, fuck the Cowboys.
Well, listen, I'm gonna talk to you on Monday. All right.
All
I
right,
hope
BS.
everybody stay safe out there. You
Hell
know what I
yes.
mean?
All right,
And you know what I
guys.
mean? Don't be scared of the
Yeah.
police, man. Just don't be scared of the police, man. And
That's
hope,
right.
hope everybody stay safe. Get that money.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Holla at y'all.
All right,
Yeah.
Joe.
Come on. Nice. All right, brother. What you got on your head?
Well, I agree with you 100 because they used to try to recruit me. They pulled me over and they was asking if I filled out the application yet for it, to be a cop.
Mm-hmm.
And went to school with a lot of them, so definitely different experience. But that's not what I've I've been getting going trying to work 24 hours a day. So Monday was at the one gig I got it was they give everybody a music day where somebody you can play you control the music for the whole building. And it was my music day, so I got to DJ at work on Monday, which was cool and shit.
So did they give you like insurance? Like, hey, okay, you can only play this certain kind of stuff.
Well, and as long as it don't go, X-rated, you good.
So
So
no Sukiana, no Sexy Red.
yeah, I wouldn't want that shit anyway. I go up there and cut that shit off. They start playing that shit.
Well, nowadays don't even consider that X-rated. That's like, oh, that's normal.
They'll play mostly they Pop Smoke and that's the only name that I know. Today was Jay-Z day, so they play a lot of Jay-Z today. But I was I mixed it up.
Birthday was recently.
Who?
Jay-Z's birthday was recently.
Oh, okay. That's why everybody's on their Jay-Z tip again.
Yeah, and they all mad. They mad at Beyonce because Beyonce praised him. So the women, I was going to call them another name, but I don't think that's appropriate for the internet. But on the inside, you know what word I was going to call them, and they weren't happy that Beyonce was praising Jay-Z as the man who taught her how to be a real woman.
Oh, Beyonce.
Yeah, they were like, oh, can't no ugly nigga like him teach me how to do shit. It sounded something like that.
The funny one was what's her name? Mallory. I mean,
Oh,
Tahara.
Tia and Tia Mowry.
Yeah.
She's the noodle of the
D
month.
Marie. She was going in on.
Hating ass.
That shit was funny.
Yeah. And she's just like Tracy Ellis Ross. She think because she light skinned and she got that treasure troll hair, she pretty. Actually, she like a four in the face. She got a real. Both look like Beetlejuice.
Well,
Look at
isn't the one twin? She's still married and everything, right? Or
who?
Tamara or whatever. One of
No.
them.
Oh, her sister is married. She married a white man. That's why. And she
Oh,
trying to shut the fuck up. You know that white boy make her eyes blacker than the makeup that Tia used.
Okay, so it was the one with the married to the black man that increased the statistic or whatever.
He was married to the ideal black man, just like Jada Pinkett, and figured I'm gonna disrespect this bitch ass nigga. But that's what they do. I didn't realize that because I always heard the phrase. You ever heard the phrase that women yell, "A married man lives longer"? And I was like, I'm gonna tell you, I know a lot of married men, and I say there's like a 70% not live longer rate. You know what I mean? I only know a couple of niggas that's really doing it. Everybody else, their bitches running them into the hole. It's falling apart. It's going crazy. These hoes are disrespectful. I'm like, I don't think they help you live longer. Like, no. So I live longer than 55 to 65? Is that live longer? Like, Bolo, did you know that the projected scientific lifespan of 2023, if you live properly, is between 125 years and 250 years? Do you know that?
Hold on, what's that again?
If people lived in the perfect balance of healthiness and saneness where they keep their body right, the expected lifespan right now, based on what the scientists say, is between 125 years easy to 250 years. So if you're talking about dying at 65 or 70, you killed yourself, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And I think people don't get that. So used to dying young, they don't even know that now you don't have to die at 70.
Yeah.
But the women, they think they help you live longer because you live to 67. Murderers. Yeah, they're fucking murderers.
I want to bring you down in the show.
Fucking murderers, man. This is ridiculous. And then you know what the biggest thing that hurt me? Because I want to get married one day. I want to have children. I want to have a family. I want to be like Charles Xavier. I want to have my own kids and adopt them, right? But one thing I've heard from at least like 7 guys now that are having trouble is these guys, they will work hard. They will acquiesce to this woman's desires. They will grind themselves into heart attacks, cancer, other sicknesses, whatever, tiredness, pain, psychosis. And then one day, and actually, your mom said this one day. I don't know if you know. You ever heard this phrase? Your mom said to me one day, she says, CJ, one day you're going to roll over and look at somebody that you've been with for 1,000 years and realize, why did I ever love this motherfucker? She didn't curse though. She said that to me one day, dog. And I was just like, damn, Uncle Chuck, you all right? But anyway, and that was the day I realized that even the nicest, sweetest person is she not the nicest, sweetest person in the entire universe, right?
Yeah. Well, to Boom.
Yeah.
But my son
can still spin over and kind of be like, yeah, CJ, you might want to pick better. I'm just like, dude, I'm like, 8, what are you doing? This is not the conversation we should be having. What happened last night? Was the Eagles on?
Virgos, man. Well, she's Libra.
But the point is, I had a homeboy that was here 20 years. Everything she wanted, being a man she desired, supported. Turned around and looked him in the face one day. It was like, Tia Mowry, The guy did everything. The perfect dude. Turned around, looked at him one day like, Jada Pinkett just announced that in 2016, she turned around and looked at Will Smith like, I don't know what everybody else is saying, but I'm telling you, I only got a 20% success rate with making a man like better and younger, and he makes more money and he looks better after. No, most of the guys I know that got married, I get online with them, even my old friends, and they're like 64. It's just like, yo, and I'd be like, yo, fam, your bitch is killing you. And then you can't tell your homie that because he loves his woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just gotta let the bitch kill him.
I know, man.
I gotta let the bitch. I'm watching. Let me tell you like this. Don't get me started. I'm watching people die that don't have to die, and it drives me crazy. And they think you're crazy for telling them that they should be living and be better.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all right.
And the doctors really don't help.
Oh, the doctors only make it worse. The doctors are hustlers. They just want to get you hooked on something.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I'm feeling it much better. Like I said, I got that morning gig, and that's pretty much my bank gym hours. I call it. I just go there, I do a little workout, and you know what I mean. I pretty much keep to myself. So Monday was cool because I got to play what music I wanted to hear, and I started off with the Roots, "How I Got Over" album, which is classic album. I got Sade's "Love Deluxe" in the middle of there. But I filled it in with DJ D Nice. He had a mixtape that he had. So, you know what I mean? He gave me a chance to show a little, DJing skills and just enjoying some good music. And I'm whistling in while I work the whole time,
Nice.
and getting paid for it. So, yeah, and while motivating the young boys that don't want to work. That's why they got me there, just to motivate everybody and have fun while I get paid, And then I'm trying. They want me to do the same thing at this other gig. Hopefully, I get that one and start doing that every other night or whatever. Try to correlate that. And then then the young boys is boom. We doing our math thing. I got my. I ain't fill out my stock report and everything. I'll do that later. But that's what I did a couple posts on this just to try to show Facebook how I could change up and do other things and talk about the Maori and how she feels as though she should be the table.
On the internet.
She literally said that, like, well, why should I be with something that's not serving me? I'm like, oh jeez.
And guess what the new report is? Did you know that the new report is that her ex-husband is now dating a white woman?
Oh yeah. Hop the fence.
Like, I ain't going back. And you know how he met her? Did you hear how he met her? So basically, he started going back to the gym to really get his weight up.
Oh yeah.
At the gym, he met a fitness influencer, Milk Bay. And when she was like, "Oh, well, I'll cook, suck your dick, and never say shit," he's like, "Damn, is this what it's supposed to be like? I used to have to suck her dick. This is weird." All right, okay, go Corey Hardrick. It's like no more sucking your wife's dick. Now you get yours sucked, right? Man, allegedly. You want to be respectful to the destroyed marriage, which she destroyed. It was like self-destruction. It was like the hip hop self-destruction. I'm free for self-destruction. Like, damn.
Well, I'm revisiting it with the young boy. It is the doctrine. You know what I mean? So the doctrine. We can't mention the Bible anymore. We can't mention like that. That one was funny when my mom sent me a biblical verse about give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, like give your cash back to him and stuff like that. And it's like, nah, I think you misreading that. So I said I'm writing a letter to him, and then I instead of saying send him a cash, I'm sending him the Constitution. We the people of the United States of America. Like nigga, you supposed to be following this shit too, Biden.
Yeah. So I actually have a story about the Constitution. When I was in high school, I wouldn't do my history homework, and my teacher was the school disciplinarian. His name was Mr. Ryan. I went to the engineering and science school in Philly, the third best high school in the city, but I wouldn't do my homework, right? So he had this thing called the box you had to stand in every day. And what he would make you do, since you wouldn't do your homework, if you wanted to pass the class, you had to copy the Constitution word for word on paper in a notebook and turn it in. Bolo, I was Bart Simpson. I have written the Constitution by hand, mind you. Carl Anthony for president. I'm running for president. How many presidents ever can tell you this? I have written the Constitution by hand 7 times. By hand, with a pencil. The Constitution. I personally have written it by hand like Bart Simpson and then turned it into him at the end of the year so he could give me a C so I could pass the class. Because I wouldn't do any homework all year. So if you ever question, should I vote for Carl? Ask yourself, what politician have you ever met has written the Constitution by hand several times? I probably have it memorized.
Probably, and probably had a nice and neat like John, like
Oh,
John.
it had to be legible. It had to be legible. No scribbling, bitch. Oh, I had to. Oh, it had to be legible. 7 of them, constitutions. So if you ever decide that, yeah, he drinks it or he does whatever, I've written the Constitution 7 times by hand. So if you ever talk to me about politics and you start telling me the fuck you know, you're talking to a man who's written the Constitution by hand 7 times. Remember that. That's a big old dick.
That's real right there. I remember. I knew I had to remember the preamble, but that was about it. I ain't even writing all them articles.
Yeah, you ain't have to write it. And all that forthwith bullshit. It's fucking moves like writing a Bible. Oh my God! Thank God I didn't go to fucking try to be a reverend. They'd have made me write the Bible fucking 75 times. Like the fuck. I still be writing them right now. Like, dude, I can't graduate high school, so I finished this 4th Bible. Like the fuck. I'm 98. What the fuck? But I'll be holy.
So, you know, those are the 2 doctrines, and then the third one now is the scientific method, and I'm showing the correlation between the 3, and that we start doing that, we could become better people in life,
right?
Allegedly. You froze.
So we're in the Volo segment. So we talked to BAS. So we're doing the Volo segment of the show. So we're in the Volo Gaming Report. Volo Speaks. Now, Volo, I have to go to the latrine. Go over the video game life that you're going through right now.
Oh, all right. Well, this, my number 1 game still is Zelda. I don't be playing it like I should though, but it is a game just like, okay, I got a little free time and sit back and I just go cut some trees. It's really it's one of those open world games, and the new argument now that a lot of people finished the latest Zelda, which is called Tears of the Kingdom, and comparing it to Breath of the Wild, which is the first 3D open world Zelda game, is that the first one was better. Breath of the Wild is better. I really don't see it that way. I think they both have their spots, and being open 3D world, I'm enjoying this game just like I enjoyed the Breath of the Wild. Like, I'm taking my time. I go hunt for certain meat and go hunt for certain items and stuff. I be farming mainly, and because I think I still only got 7 hearts, so I'm really not trying to fight the big bad monsters yet until I get to close to 10 hearts. I guess I could take a potion to give me a couple extra yellow hearts to take on these challenges. But I feel as though, that's really not the nature of the game, is to rush to the end of the game. It is to just take your time and enjoy one of the best open world 3D Zelda games ever created, The other game that I started playing is I went back to Final Fantasy 12. Now, Wabi the God is when, my brother-in-law, he pops on here once in a while. He wants me to go back and play Final Fantasy 11. And another one that we played is Final Fantasy 14. They're the open world games. Now, Final Fantasy 12 is like in between the two, and it's a part, open world, but it's a single player game, where the other ones are massive online playing games where, you can play with thousands of people across America at the same time, which is a real good game to check out for anybody that's interested in experiencing something like that. But yeah, those are the two adventure games that I'm doing, and action games. My son to this week or Tuesday is Sonic the Hedgehog Day. So we're gonna he's already ready to go wait at the store at midnight to go get the game. Tuesday night to that's if they I don't think they do that for Madden still in certain games. They might do it for the Mario game.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna do it for the Sonic game, but we'll see.
So what are you doing, like a midnight release or something?
Yeah, they'll do a midnight release for real big games that everybody wants. They'll usually call me and tell me like, hey, we're doing a midnight release for this such and such game. Zelda was one of those games that they had a midnight release for it. I drove by, the line was around the corner, but I was like, I'm not that interested. I'll just get it in the morning,
So wait. What's the strategy for this? Are you guys possibly going to have to 10 up or seat out?
Nah, I ain't 10 up for that. Because we already got a pre-order, so they got a copy it with our name on it. It's just that's what they do for the party. But Sonic, I don't think the Sonic game was that big.
So what is your strategy for going there? Are you going to go an hour, 2 hours, 1 hour?
No, I'm just going to go after we didn't get out of school.
Early in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, just when you get out of school, we go get it.
It was like a midnight release or some crap.
Yeah, they might have a midnight release on Monday.
Oh, the day before. So you're not going to be one of those psychos that's out there at midnight the day before.
Nah. I ain't got time for all that.
Oh, okay. At least you got some sense. I was about to admonish you.
Yeah. Maybe for the new system, but now even then, I ain't rushing to get the new system when Nintendo finally dropped the Switch 2 or whatever they're gonna call it, and that's the big rumor mill everybody wants. What this new Switch is going to be. So, but Nintendo's still trying to get the last sales for this Switch that they have now, and making it seem like the Switch 2 might not come out until 2025. So
they holding on.
Yeah, they holding on because everything that we want is on this thing right here. It's a throwback machine. It ain't really meant to compete with PlayStation 5. So but we enjoy playing every game ever made for the Nintendo. So that's what we still doing. We'll even go back and play the original Zelda, me and him. They released some new Kirby's on this, so that's what he's been playing. A lot of old Kirby's from the SNES and the Nintendo. They released a couple.
The pink Kirby thing?
Yeah. He's been on his Kirby kick, playing those games, waiting for the Sonic game to come out. Besides tormenting me to play the old Sonic, he has me playing Sonic's Colors next. But I'm I got other games I got to play too. So, the big game. We watched Kung Fu Panda 2. On Monday.
The movie?
Yeah, movie. So we had a movie night on Monday.
Nice.
Kung Fu Panda is pretty cool. So he's prepping me for Kung Fu Panda 4 is coming out probably next year, he's saying.
Oh shit.
So he's prepping me for the next, big movie, going out to the movies date or whatever. Will be Kung Fu Panda 4.
Ooh, I will say to see Kung Fu Panda in 4D is probably going to be hot.
Yeah, that might be the one.
Yeah. 4D is life.
But other than that, man, that's the gaming report. And I'm still trying to sell these turnips on what's the name?
What's up with the turnip situation?
Yeah, I got them I sold them for $650 last week. This week I still holding on to them. I don't think I'm gonna get a bit because that was at my island. I can't, I'm waiting for other people's islands. Like it was a good price yesterday, but it was during when I was at work, so I couldn't go, hop on and go sell them. Yeah. Today the price went from $125 in the morning to $50 in the afternoon. So they really jumping around with the prices. But I am writing all them, all the days, all the prices down, and we're going to enter them in on numbers and go over that. And I correlated it to the stocks program app. and posted that on my business page to, let people know that, hey, this is what we're doing with the children, and trying to get them to understand the correlation of the stock market and how it works and yada yada, kind of a thing. But be as not techno business, whatever, as possible.
Way to teach.
Huh?
That's a good way to teach.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's funny because I'm trying to get my I'm trying to really utilize my iOS on my phone.
Yeah.
My iPhone 7 is the battery is dying real fast now, so I gotta put a new battery in it, and I've kind of used it as my little like a mini iPad.
Yeah.
So my push is to get a new iPad by next year or so, and because it's been a while since I had my own personal iPad. The boy got two and an iPhone, so he be over here on dual screen iPads and a phone, and I'm trying to get him to use the iPads as turntables and his iPhone as a mixer.
Yeah, that's dope. Like that would be dope.
So I want to get a real nice iPad, and and I want to get I'll be looking at the watch like, damn, it would be nice to get a nice iWatch, because then I can be on the gig or whatever, and I can just go to my watch and be a little more inconspicuous than these slave lords that want to tell you, get off your phone, get off your watch, get off. You know what I mean? It's like it's a watch. You know what I mean? How I'm gonna get off my watch? So, but that's how they all the immigrants they done hired, they already done made them managers, and we got to answer to them now. Neo-colonialism,
Yeah.
But they ain't understanding that. They don't want to understand that, But it is what it is.
Yeah, I advise anybody, work from home if you can.
Yeah, I'm starting to do a little bit of that too, and it is. We trying to work 24 hours a day. This is crazy, yo.
That's what it takes. I mean, you think about it, the price of a house nowadays is almost 10 times, if not more, than it was back, 30 years ago. So it's just like, well, wait a minute, people's salaries aren't 10 times as big. So why is the house that much?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the rich guys took all the money. So the money is there, and houses cost so much because while you were getting paid shit, very rich people took the rest of the money. And that's why I'm running for president. Once again, Constitution 7 times. Anyway. I figured that should be enough.
Well, Boom is at that. It's time for him to start reading it too. So we read a little bit of that every, whenever we can. I give him different things to read, other than his comic books and stuff. And
what comics is he into?
Well, he rented Calvin and Hobbes from the library. So that was a real cool one. Like I started, I started opening and reading it and stuff, because I used to read that and Boondocks back in the day.
Yeah, Calvin Hobbes is hilarious.
Yeah, that's a good one. So he likes to go back. Like he definitely he's a historian on all the arts. He knows more about Disney than I do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, Volo. Sounds like your son's gonna date a white woman.
Yeah. He's definitely going down the path of hopping the fence. Especially they quick to be like they don't care, and then not understanding that that's hate.
Oh yeah, because basically what's going to happen is he's not going to be like the dude in high school or college, but then after school, when everybody else is all used up for being whores, he's going to then find himself, and then they're like, "Oh, hey, big head, I remember you." He's like, "I'm sorry, Katie loves me," and Lo's gonna be like, well, I know
Hey.
you might don't like this shit. What we gonna do?
Listen, man. It's knowledge of self. We that's what we're working on.
So hold on. So you know how I've been dressing nice lately, right? So this has happened to me in LA, in Texas, and in Philly now. So I'll go out I'll be dressed like in my little tie and shirt and tie. And then a black woman or what appears to be a black woman, but might be a nigga, walks up and says, I bet you only date white girls. I bet you vote for Donald Trump. Now, is either of these things true, Rolo?
Yeah. They definitely know we done with Biden. So that's the quick assumption that you got to vote for Trump, you know.
And just
And
like,
then
and
you
I'm
got
like,
noodles.
no, on both accounts. And I was like, but it taught me like, you motherfuckers really hate a nigga.
Yeah. When you
That's
got
what-
noodles like Cornball West, pretty much
that's good
dropping
one.
out, and you know.
Yeah, Cornball West. Man, that's good one.
Yeah.
That's your homie, man. I don't fuck with him. I don't fuck with him.
I like Robert Kennedy, but you know they ain't gonna ask him the real questions, you know.
Yep. Oh, we should do what's the Ziggy SAT word of the day?
Oh, let me go over here to Ziggy. And you heard me from all the way across the room. This guy wants some other stuff, right? Ziggy, what's the word of the day?
Okay, here is the word of the day from the SAT Word of the Day skill. Today's SAT prep word of the day is coercion. It means the act of persuading or convincing someone to do something using force or other unethical means. It's spelled COERCION. Here's how you use coercion in a sentence. Mandy said the judge used coercion to get the statement he wanted. If you're enjoying your
Ziggy,
SAT...
Stop.
Okay. So, just to give a simple understanding, coercion is basically torture via emotional, physical, psychological, or economical means. Some call coercion sanctions. Some call coercion religion. Some call coercion money. Some call coercion a sweet punch in the face. Others call coercion what they may. So I'm going to use this word in a sentence because I love coercion. 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 Fleece the Booty Warrior Johnson says, I've never graped anyone in my life. I simply use coercion, which means they have a choice. And you can do this the easy way or the hard way. Coercion. All right, so what's the slang word of the day, Volo?
Ziggy, enable slang word of the day.
Okay, here's slang word of the day.
Today's slang word of the day is woke. It means to be very politically and socially aware of the corruption or problems in different systems, governments, and countries. Here's how you use it in a sentence. Kim is always so on top of the latest drama in the White House. She's so woke. If you're enjoying your slang word of the day,
Ziggy,
check out...
Stop the lies, Ziggy. We all know what woke means to anybody that's not me. Woke means black. I'm going to use woke in a sentence. Goddamn, that Carl's woke. Yeah, that means goddamn, that Carl's black. Goddamn, that Volo's black. Allegedly. Because he is raising a white son. So. We can't assume that Volo's completely black. I don't think his mother approves. But, you know, I'm sure that she'll make sure he eats enough candy that he'll get diabetes just like everybody else in the family.
You know.
Yeah.
You did ride the bike today. The first time we rode the bikes. I done fixed the bikes up and we getting it back. We're getting ready for baseball season in the spring.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bike riding is the shit and whatnot. You know what I mean? Bike riding is a shit. But it sucks because when you're young, you can basically do what you want till you're about 25 as far as food goes, right? And you're still going to not be tired. You're still going to feel good. You can still be athletic. Right around 25, all the years of eating cereal and bags of candy, you know what I mean? It finally hits and you're like, yeah, what's wrong? You know, you don't notice it. So you just keep going. So you look up and you're 35 and you're 100 pounds heavier than you ever been in your life. You're like, what the fuck happened? It's like, oh, you're still eating like you're 19. That's what happened. And that's all you got to worry about right now. Just give them good boundaries. It's going to be hard to teach your kid the understanding of health and all that stuff when they're young. But man, I will tell you, I hate to say it, you might want to start pointing at other people in the family and yourself, like, hey, look at me, son. Look at your cousin. Hey, hey, you want to know why Aunt Bessie limps funny? You know what I mean? Like,
No. You know, we've had that discussion, and you know, we be doing our best.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I told people about kids, and what's the tough thing about being someone's child, right? It's difficult to analyze who you came from because the deeper you analyze or more you assess and criticize, you by proxy are criticizing self. So if you say, hey, people I came from are this, oh fuck, well then that means I'm this, right? So it's very difficult for the modern human being or any human being in history to directly analyze family concerns because once I come to the conclusion about them, is that not now a conclusion about me? And this is the what makes being a human being complicated.
Yeah, the new thing is serve me, and you know I'm the table. The other one, the one that I'm noticing is who has the remote to the TV.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, Mr. BS would say bitches ain't shit, so there we go.
Birds are stupid.
There we go. I mean, I'm not gonna fight that. I mean, Mr. BS knows what he's talking about.
And it's funny because I keep forgetting to mention that to be well, you know, I let BS run it when you know, but I was at work. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh yeah. I was at work. No, I looked away and looked back and seen the screen change. Yeah, I was at one of the gigs and it was a Spanish couple. I think I mentioned this before, and they were just going back and forth, B, 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 and they seen me, and it was like, and they stopped for a second, like to see if it was okay for them to call each other's B.
Right.
So then that's when he wanted, you know, you know, he asked me, you know, my advice on, you know, wanting to hold back from hitting somebody in the eye.
Yeah.
And I'm like, these young folks today, but you know, gave them a little advice that I could, without being, yeah, we talked about this before. The boy from Minister Society, you know, preaching all the time, you know.
Yeah, Malik, whatever.
Especially I start mentioning that the Ten Commandments or the Constitution or now scientific law, you know, or the scientific method.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, if anything, scientific method is racist. So there you go. Take that, science bastards. All right, so random shit. We should do some Philly shit, and then I guess we'll do a Philly bio. And we'll. Do you have any other topics you want to talk about, Bubba?
I meant to send that to you earlier. Dang, his name slips. His last name's Williams. They renamed Vernon Road. Let me see if I can find this.
Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, let's look up two quick things. So I want to look up two quick stories. I want to look up cops shot in Philly. I'm gonna come back to the sports thing. Hold up. Cops shot in Philly. Because I forgot BAS said that. Cops shot in Philly. He says some cops got shot. Video shows 1 month ago, 7 days ago. Multiple police. Okay, here we go. Pause 1 moment. Let me hit this. Oh, this is a Fox channel. So, of course, they want to prove that black people are evil.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
multiple black people shot white people. Multiple officers shot in Philly. But what we're really saying, let me get their fair use up here, even though I'm calling them names. 1 moment. I'm going to go through the two BAS stories. And then, Rolla, did you catch up on what you was looking for?
Yeah, they renamed Vernon Road. Where they gave a tribute to John F. White, Jr. So they put his name underneath the Vernon Road sign, like so his, you know, they kind of renaming Vernon Road John F. White Williams.
Who the fuck is John F. White?
John F. White Jr. He's a councilman. You probably know the family. You know, growing up in Uptown. I went to school with a couple
So
of them.
Bolo,
Yeah.
when you know people like this is who our Philly bio should be about instead of if I chose.
Yeah, I meant to hit it to you earlier.
But you just, well, you guys love talking about the Phillies. Is the Phillies more important than this? If it is, we got a problem. And if we was in Philly, I'd ask you to meet me out back. We got some shit to talk about while rolling in the mud. Fuck you doing? Phillies don't pay no bills around this bitch. Remember that. Phillies don't pay no bills. So next time you send a Philly text, it should be a text. Hey, I got a Philly bio person for you. It's John Fuckenstein. It's got a street named after him. This guy sounds like a good man. But you know what? We're not talking about that shit. And you're going to have to tell me about it next week. That's your homework.
Will do. And it's real bad because his wife used to shop at my store all the time.
No, don't try to save it now, Nate.
I know. All right. I remember to put it on the notes. I'm
Let's
taking
check
notes.
out the BAS story.
As we cover a breaking story right now out of northeastern Philadelphia. This is Skyfox Images courtesy of Fox 29 in Philadelphia there. We have very basic details, but what we know so far is that there are reports of 3 officers shot in Philadelphia. The initial reports suggesting that at least 1 officer was shot in the leg, 1 shot in the arm, and a suspect has been shot dead. These are preliminary reports coming out of Philadelphia right now. You see this live image as police, no doubt, responding to the scene as they, and we see the red and blue lights flashing. We do not have any information on that suspect that was shot dead. We do not have any information on what may have transpired here, but what we do know for now, as far as these preliminary reports go, is that 3 officers have been shot, at least 2 of them injured, 1 with a gunshot wound to the leg, another a gunshot wound to the arm. Fox 29 reporter in Philadelphia there, Steve Keeley, saying on X, saying 3 Philly police officers shot. If you are familiar with the area, this is
on
the
X
7500 block of Whitaker Avenue. Right now, again, very preliminary details to give. You see the officers there as they meet together. We're not entirely sure where this series of events happened, but we do know that there is a Philadelphia Phillies game happening right now, and we have a live look at the stadium. Again, we are not exactly sure where the reports are, but we do know that the incident occurred in the northeast portion of Philadelphia. We want to show you this map here to give you an idea of where exactly this is. This is 7500
Northeast is fucked
Whitaker
up right now.
Avenue. This is northeast Philadelphia, so just outside the main downtown district there in the city of brotherly love. Our live images from Skyfox showing the police presence. These are, again, very preliminary details. This is a live breaking story. 3 officers involved in a...
All right, so that's one situation. What's your commentary on that, Bolo?
Yeah, Northeast is crazy right now.
It's just some kind of strawberry mansion hanging. Let's see.
Wow.
Strawberry mansion hanging. 9 years, 7 months, 5 years. Okay. Philadelphia. 2 years. Unclosed, on fire in Strawberry Mansion, 2 years. Multiple times. Okay, wait. I'm gonna get it hanging out of there. Strawberry Mansion, Philadelphia. Increases strawberry 7 months. Okay, you know what? Where's the filters? What is upload date this month? Okay, here we go. Los Angeles hoods. What is this hanging Mr. Begins talking about? You think it's be in the news, right?
Should be, right? I mean, that'd be. But you think it was Philly though? I thought it was I seen something on Facebook, but I thought it was like Atlanta or something like that.
All right, let me look it up. I'm gonna just look up hanging. Filter. I'm gonna go with this week. No, this one. Oh, there we go. Death of a black Florida. Three weeks ago, girl hanging from power line. What the fuck is that? Girl hanging from power line. I don't even believe this shit is real. It's called LAD Bible TV. That sounds like they lie. Right. News hanging from church for unsolicited investigation away 8 days ago. Lowe's one, Uncle Lydia. Not Scary Farm, the hanging. Actually, I love that place. Anyway, let's see what this is. Okay, so this is the black guy that does a bunch of I'm Black Power shit. So let's check this out. Let me make sure we give him his what do they call? Whatever the fuck's
fair use.
Flowers. Fair use flowers. Rashad Ritchie. Probably gonna be a bitch about it. Let's see if Rashad Ritchie is a real nigga and he lets me fair use the story. But if he's a bitch ass nigga, we'll find out. He's supposed to be Mr. Pro Black, so we'll see. Can I find the video from just here? Let me see. No, because he's insane with the person. One moment. You're not alone. Where's the video? All right. The following content. Oh, okay. Here we go. I was supposed to see.
Black woman's body found hanging.
All right, let me bring this up. So this is a story that I guess BA has heard about, but for some reason ended up in Philly. But this is the most recent one about an issue where somebody hung some people. So let's see what we got here. Matter of fact, let me just to make sure my internet can I'm gonna bring it down to 480. There we go. And let's see what we got. Yeah, bro, I don't know what the fuck is with your phone picking up all the sound, bro, and kicking back. That's some bullshit, bro. I had to mute you just so I could talk, and I heard the blah, 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 blah.
Black woman's body found hanging from a tree in Florida. It's a horrific headline. In Orlando, Yolna Lubrin, affectionately known as Yo-Yo, was tragically discovered dead, hanging from a tree at a local intersection. The circumstances surrounding her passing remain shrouded in mystery, with authorities swiftly classifying this as a suicide. Interesting how quickly they reached that conclusion. However, Lubrin's sister posted online that the family wants a more thorough investigation. Yesterday, my baby sister, Yolna Lubrin, aka Yo-Yo, was found hanging from a tree right here in Orlando on Westmoreland Drive and Livingston Street. The way she was found
Orlando
and the state that she was in has her family left with a lot of unanswered questions from law enforcement. They are immediately ruling it as a suicide, but finding any Black person hanging from a tree in 2023 requires more investigation, no matter what, especially in this case, because there are too many unanswered questions and not enough proof. Naomi Lubrin via Facebook. She had more to say. We need the community to stand with the family as they ask questions and push for more answers. Let's help a family get some closure or justice if needed. On Tuesday, October 3rd, we will be standing with the family at City Hall at 6:30 p.m. as they take a stand for their loved one. Everyone is welcome. This will be a peaceful gathering for the family, but we need numbers. Just think, if this was your family member, wouldn't you want more answers? Amy also referenced a similar incident in 2020, not that long ago. This is not the first time or the first time in a while this has happened in Orlando. Just in 2020, we were asking the same questions about Nevin Baker, who was found hanging in a tree in a very suspicious way for it to be suicide. Other instances around the U.S. in 2020, authorities are now probing the recent hangings of 6 people of color in 4 states. Officials have ruled every case to be a suicide, but many fear some of the deaths might be modern-day lynchings. On Wednesday, police found a 17-year-old African-American boy hanging from a tree in an elementary school playground in Spring, Texas. On Monday, a Latino man was found hanged in Houston. Hangings has also been reported in New York City and in California, cities of Victorville, Palmdale. Meanwhile, a hate crime probe has begun in Oakland, California, after 5 nooses were found hanging from trees in the city.
There's been several hangings out here in
Democracy now with
California since I've
these
been here.
horrific stats. Meanwhile, a rally is scheduled at City Hall on Tuesday, as we said, October 3rd, 6:30 p.m., where community members, along with Yolna Lubrin's grieving family, will gather to express their support, demand answers. This gathering aims to shed light on the incident, ensuring that it receives the attention it deserves, and emphasizing the need for a thorough investigation. JB Buzz News with the chronicling of this one. You know, Mayor, it's a shame that, first of all, where's the fire? What's the rush? Why don't you want to look into this? It could be suicide, Mayor. It could be. But shouldn't authorities work to determine more? It's like this same old thing where you don't count, you don't matter, your grief, your tears, they're not as salty because they're tears of a color. It just makes me sick to my stomach that we, Black people, have to beg and plead for justice. Still may not get it with the whole world watching. This is what we're reduced to, Mayor. We have to beg for just information and investigation, sir?
Yeah, I listen, I would caution everybody to believe that all of these stories that were covered by Democracy.
You're muted. You're muted.
Don't you tell me what I'm doing, Volo. All right, you're right. But this nigga's beard is fire, is what I was saying. You see this nigga beard, Volo?
Yeah, you funny, man.
This nigga beard is fire, my nigga. Like, I know we talking about some serious shit with the hangers and shit, but I can't stand when niggas dye their beards or get colors. Nah, fuck that. Keep your shit. I can't wait till my shit is all gray. Like, all my dreads, I want them to turn gray. Like, that nigga shit, so it's all gray. Not, I'm like long hair, but I'm still dark, and I look young like an alien. Fuck, man. Hell yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Mute that. Mute that, nigga. All right, allegedly. Also, shout out to Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie. I know I'm acting silly because, as mentioned, everything is fair use. Mad love, one love to everybody else. We just goofing off. But I really appreciate this content. I really appreciate the Pull Black content. Now, I believe this show might not be owned by Black people. It's just ran by them. But they try their best. And Dr. Rashad, I think he is a Democrat. That's his only flaw. Be an independent. Vote for Carl Anthony for president. Dr. Rashad Ritchie, if you're watching this segment, I have written the Constitution by hand 7 times. I have a reparations plan. I have a police reform plan. I have a prison reform plan. I have a politics reform plan. I have an international policy plan. I have a economics and domestic policy plan for infrastructure and reconstruction. I have a corporate destructuring plan. I have a trade policy plan. Basically, I've figured everything out. And I've written the Constitution by hand 7 times. I'm sure you have not. Calling for president, Dr. Ritchie, if you're watching this before you guys strike me for copyright. Love you. Shout out to YouTube for never copyright striking me. YouTube's the realest ninjas in the street. Would you agree with that, Bolo?
Yeah, you know, until I post more videos.
All right. So just to make sure we're clear, I'm going to also report Bolo's page immediately after this video to show my loyalty to YouTube. Sorry, Bolo. Somebody's got to go down. But once again, this nigga's beard is fire. All right, let's get.
See now, and Hamel does great work. We're all Black and brown people hanging from trees, and they were all ruled as suicide. When we know the history of hanging from trees, the song "String Fruit" lays it out in a perfect color. The long history of hanging from trees in Black community does not seem like a way that, you know, people would take their lives in our community. Furthermore, I'm not saying that none of these or any of these aren't suicide. I am saying the fact that that is the first thing we went to in all of these situations. Also, what were the 5 nooses hanging in Oakland? Preparation for suicide? We have to see some connection. We see what's going on. We see that the FBI had already told us that the leading threat to America right now is.
So I'm gonna do a favor. In defense of the 5 white guys that did ayahuasca that night, it wasn't 5 nooses for racism. It's a bunch of white guys. It's like, yo, let's piss off some niggers, man. And they just went and got high and tied some shit up just so everybody get mad. And trust me, if you make a noose, you're not gonna waste it. Pause. I'm gonna bring a noose. Guess what? You know who has a noose? I do. I have my own noose. One moment.
While Mr. Siegel gets his noose, this is a weird moment. Trying to figure this one out. And he's back with his noose.
Here's my noose. See, I got the slip knot. So sometimes when I go out to scare people, I wear it and I either pull it up tight, so I wear like a tie, or I wear it kind of loose, like I'm a gangster. But yeah, I keep a noose, and it's a good rope. You see this? Good rope, right, Volo? Oh, okay. So you're not good with the hanging rope. Okay, fine, Volo. You get your own noose. This is good noose rope.
I'm good.
Okay, fine. I'm just telling you, if you ever have an Alabama night, I got folding chairs too. I got 2 folding chairs made of metal and a noose. Now, you guys would think this is for colored folk. No. This is the revolution. By the way, everything that I'm saying is attributed to Volo Tam Tautology's account and nothing that has to do with Mississippi Enforcer, Skip Bags, or Poppy Carlo. Yeah, they should have never gave niggas the internet. All right, let's play the rest of this video. Dr. Rashad, I'm sorry. I'm a comedian and a fool, and I'm just trying to show the irony of what's wrong with us. Don't flag me because I'm clowning during your videos, because this nigga's beard is fire. And I could never disrespect a nigga with a hot beard like this. So I'm sorry, Dr. Ritchie. But let's get back to this quality video because they are talking about a serious issue. I like to bring levity to serious stuff like George Carlin because this is a hard conversation. And I think we need to have fun sometimes so people can take this in better. If you laugh, you can take in serious issues better. Let's get back to the rest of this great video by Dr. Rashad Ritchie and everybody at his channel.
Is the rise of white nationalism.
And the nigga with the fire beard.
White supremacy is the leading terrorist that we should be looking out for. This may seem trivial. I would love to see or know what residue are on these people's clothes, shoes, and hands. You can't climb a tree without getting tree bark on your shoes, clothes, and hands. If the family member aren't asking this question, they should definitely be looking into it, because who's climbing the tree, or how else would they get in the tree to hang themselves? You can't hang yourself from a tree from the ground. So you had to climb that tree. I would love to know what's the status of these people that have been hung, so-called committing suicide, and the evidence that led the cops to believe that so quickly.
I want to see more attorney generals of color. I want Barbara Lee. I want Barbara Lee to go to the Senate. Okay, that's what I want out of Oakland. You mentioned Oakland, and
They done pulled out the real nigga in me. So let's talk about attorney generals of color. One is the vice president right now. Her name is Kamala Harris. She was the attorney general of San Francisco for several years. To get her position, she used to fuck the mayor, Willie Brown, the black guy. And it was very controversial because he was married, right? When she got a position, she has a 95% rate when you get people going to jail. And she used to send parents to jail because their kids didn't go to school for truancy. And if any parent was tested and found to have weed, she also would jail people in San Francisco, in California, where weed was like the first place legal ever. She used to jail motherfucking parents and shit and kids over that shit, and black people. And there was a time when they were going to let people out of prison because these laws were unjust, right? And they had fires in California. Whole state was burning down. Whole state was burning down. You ain't shit, Kamala. Whole state was burning down. And they said, hey, let's get these prisoners out of there and let them go home. She said, no, we got a fire going on. Let's use the prisoners for another few months before we let them go. So bad so that white men, did you hear what I said? White men in California had to sue Kamala Harris to let those men out of jail. And most of them are black. So I know this chick right here is cute, and I want to bust a nut on her face like any other good man. But besides whatever else the guy with the gray beard said, I'm not fucking with what she's talking about right now, because district attorneys and attorney generals, black or white, are scumbags because all they want is a high conviction rate. They don't want justice. Never trust an attorney general. But let's continue with the video. No disrespect. I'm a comedian, but I also speak truth because I'm on that George Carlin. Black power, only date black women, never swim in the milk. Shout out to Dr. Umar. Let's get back to the video. Oh, wait. Commentary from Bolo.
Umar and Suki, I'm gonna do some research and see how they doing.
I tell you, Volo, if CNN doesn't call you next week, I don't know why. Let's get back to the video.
The nooses and everything else that's gone down. I want accountability, because it's really so sad, Mayor. What the family members are asking for in this latest case is not anything special. It's just like, can we get to the, like, a little bit of the norm? They're like right here. This is norm. And they're down here. They're asking to get to like right here. That what we don't matter. And you don't even care about hiding it. I picture and hear a voice of law enforcement investigators saying, it's suicide. What do you want us to do about it? I picture it being that cavalier, and I have no facts to back that up other than the conclusions that are rushed to. It's stunning to me that this is where we are. This is where we are.
And Sharon, let's be honest. Does this country have a history of prosecuting people that hang black people? There's no history. So, and this is vulgar, and I'm not trying to be coy, but this is the normal. Like, it used to be normal for white people to put on their Sunday best clothes and take their kids and all go to watch black people be hung from trees, the largest tree in the community, in the center of community, and put ads about it in paper. So this is the norm, if we're being honest about what America's history is of prosecuting people who hang black people.
Oh.
There's no track record for this country to prosecute people. They used to cut body parts off and then go to church. The preachers would show up to these hangings.
Woo.
This is the norm. And we need to understand that and say that so that we can stop saying things like the police system is broken. It's not broken. It's working as it should be, as it was designed to. And what we need to do is rethink what justice looked like. If there's a hanging in a community, it should automatically rise to the level of a federal investigation, period. Let the feds say that this was let the feds say.
So if Volo and most of you guys heard that, he mentioned something about the police department being a problem and how it's corrupt, how it doesn't work, and all that. Now, earlier I gave a talk to Mr. BAS about a pullover he had. And I told him he should tell his kids to be cops. This guy right here, I would tell you, brother, tell your kids to be cops. Just because you become a cop doesn't mean you have to beat black people in the head. Doesn't mean you have to be racist. There is no rule. There is no law in police training that says you have to be racist or fuck black people up. If we were the majority of cops in our cities, the cops would treat you with respect. Even in Philly, the cops treat us with some respect. Out here in California, if I'm alone, the cops want to arrest me. If I'm with a Mexican, they damn near shoot us before they even talk. Become cops. It's a good job. You get to play with guns. You get health care. If somebody kills you, the cops are guaranteed to whoop that nigga's ass. Please become a cop. I'm just trying to say, hey, do not go to the military. Fuck Ukraine. Become a cop. Don't be a soldier. Be a cop. Fuck being a soldier. Be a cop. Before I go with the video, what's your words on what I just said, Volo?
I hear you. We do need more, better cops out there and fair representation. That's what we always talking about, diversity, equity, inclusion, also in police force.
Excellent. So what do you think about my point that because you know how most black people that hate their city, they go to the military and they leave and they go other places. They fight all these stupid wars. What if all those people that ever left to go to the military just became cops? Could you imagine what the police department would look like?
Yeah, I know a few that joined the service and then came right back and became cops. It doesn't have to be that stepping stone,
No, just become cops.
Yeah,
because all you do when you go to the military is you go do other niggas a favor.
Yeah.
You know who's not protected while you're in Alabama fucking white women for the first time? Your mom. But if you're a police officer trying to be a cop in Philly, you're just in the police academy 2 hours away. That's all I'm saying. Black people do not go to the army, become cops. That's my advice. Would you agree, Volo?
I hear you.
Okay, so Volo doesn't want to get blocked on Facebook. He's like, whatever, Volo. Let's get back to the video. Dr. Rashad agrees with me.
Say this was a
and this nigga with the fly ass beard also agrees. Just to let you know, Volo. So you need to catch up because we're gangster over this bitch. God, I did not say that really thuggy. Huh? We're gangster over this bitch, son. Shout out to Gray Beard nigga. That shit is hard.
A suicide after they do an investigation. Just like when there's a hate crime, automatically because of this country's history with black people with nooses around their neck hanging from large oak on different types of trees, should automatically be investigating this, not any local officials, period.
Yeah. I couldn't agree with you more. And it just makes me think, you're right. Who does get prosecuted? Tulsa was more than 100 years ago. Mayor, remind me? No one prosecuted there either, correct? And the mayor, G.T. Bynum, I just have his name in my head forever. He doesn't think reparations are appropriate because it would divide the city of Tulsa. How foolish is that? When are you going to identify and empathize with the people who have been put down, the people who have been killed, the people who have been systemically oppressed, instead of, when he said, would divide the city. Now, if we're on this side of reparations, Black people would be pretty pleased with that and deserving of it. So who is he talking about? White
That's
people
on this
and
channel.
white identity.
TYT, the
It's
Young
sad.
Turks on this channel.
Evictions.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, even though I like Rashad Rishi, thank you for not fair use and striking this. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not a fan of Cenk Uygur. And Anna, she sounds like she recently woke up, but she was like an Eastern European chick with a big nose. She got surgery and she dates like this Latino stud. She thought she was white, and then she found out recently that she's not white, so now she's all pissed and waking up. But TYT is very confused, and Rashad Rishi is probably the realest shit out there. They used to have the black guy with the dreads. Whoever the black guy with the dreads on with TIT, he was the real one. But they bought his pussy too. Just like the black guy with the dreads on TMZ bought his pussy. I swear to God, money ruins everything. Money ruins everything. Do you agree with that, Bolo?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the TMZ because I saw the brief video of TMZ and Larry Elder and Larry, and like, how's Larry Elder smacking them around, kind of a thing. But
Larry Elder smacks his bitch up like Prodigy.
but
my bitch up.
Well, he did that with the Breakfast Club, and then he did it with TMZ. But then the local, I don't know what channel it is. They've been blowing that up of these two young YouTubers that was giving it to Larry. But they were still on a black nationalism kind of a talk, but letting Larry know, like, hey, race does have something to do with it too.
Larry Elder is just using the dog whistle. Nah, racism doesn't exist. That's the Kanye shit. Racism is a choice of slaves. Look, racism exists, but it is circumstantial. It's not every day. It's not every location. And racism is no longer the racism that you think it is. Racism has shifted to what I would call economicism, which is from so many years of bigotry, bias, and separatism, the finances are so separated that there's no more need to bias based on race, but to bias based on finances. And that's why I will tell you, Donald Trump is not a racist. He's an economicist. He hates broke motherfuckers. Is that fair to say, Volo?
He's the only president to ever hug a hip hopper in the White House. Kanye West. You're
He
not
also
gonna ever
was the
see.
only president to ever talk to like a pro-black person about some shit with the Ice Cube plan.
Yeah, and
He's also he gave like 5 times, 10 times as much money to the HBCUs that Joe Biden cut down after he got in there.
He was with Muhammad
He
Ali and
also, while
everything.
in office, him and Kim Kardashian got like 4 real niggas out of jail for killing white people. It was like, this nigga killed white people, and Kim Kardashian and Joe Biden was like, let her go. She's oppressed, and they did. How many people did Obama get out? Obama let like 4 niggas out of jail the day before he left. Sneaky bitch, just to have an excuse. Joe don't let no niggas out of jail. Obama didn't want no niggas out of jail. But Trump was letting niggas out of jail. And then, Mr. BAS calls Trump Daddy Trump because they gave him all that money. You heard Sexy Red. Trump gave us some stimulus checks. We fuck with Trump in the hood. People that work, they said, I never had more money in my pocket than when Trump was in the office. These are hood motherfuckers saying this.
I went to Disney World twice.
and I don't even fuck with Trump. Fuck Trump. Fuck Democrats and Trump. Fuck all of them. But it's sad that somebody that I say fuck is still better than the nigga that y'all love.
No.
No. I'm just smoking my tobacco-filled cigar. Because, tobacco is probably okay. Oh, we still have our Philly bio, Ms. Veronica Hamel. You think we should get into that?
I'm here.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about, Lolo?
No. I am winding down to, take a quick nap and then go to work. So
you got to be up early or something?
Yeah. I work every day. I'm on the clock at 7 a.m.
Right, baby. What, 1 a.m. You mean?
No, 7 a.m. I'll sleep and then till 5 and then throw some water on my face and go to work.
Excellent. I'm just looking for a bio. Oh, here we go. Wait, that's not her name. Veronica Hamel biography. What is she, not famous or something? What is going on? Five fun facts. She doesn't have an actual biography. One moment. Hill Street Blues. One moment, y'all. I'm trying to find something about Veronica. Okay, we'll go with the 5 fun facts. I don't think she's that famous. All right, let's see what we got. I guess I'll have to definitely read her whatchamajiggy. Let me get David. What's his name? David Sundstrom. Let's give him his credit. I'll go back to the pause. One moment. Share. Oh, I know this chick's face now that I said her name. She's one of them hot bitches. Charles David Strongstrom, who's using this video. He's got 5 fun facts about our Philly bio lady, Veronica Hamel, who I recognize her now. She looks like she's one of them tall, mean chicks from a cop show. Let's see how this goes.
In trouble with the law. I want this lady defending me. Yep, if I ever get myself in a pickle, Joyce Davenport would be the person that I would make my one phone call to. So why would I pick Joyce over Perry or any other TV lawyer for that matter? I think it's her eyes. Not only are they striking and beautiful, but they are honest. And juries key in on that type of thing. They really do. So anyway, for 7 seasons, actress Veronica Hamel played Joyce Davenport on the Stephen Boschko crime drama Hill Street Blues. I love this TV Guide advertisement for the very first airing of the show. It really captures the irreverent spirit of that TV program. And Veronica was a big part of the show's success. Like many great television shows, the entire cast was phenomenal. Still, Veronica's work on the show was extra special, and because of that, she was nominated for an Emmy 5 times during the show's run. That's fun fact number 1. Okay, maybe it's more fact than fun. I'll try to do better with some of the other ones that I come up with. Veronica took the notoriety and fame that she got from Hill Street Blues and doubled down with a 1983 TV movie that pushed boundaries for television at the time. In the movie Sessions, Veronica played a character named Lee Churchill, who lives a double life that is unknown to her parents, her sister, and even the man that she loves. Fun fact number 2 is that at the time, Veronica was considered one of the sexiest women on TV. In fact, during that same year, 1983, Us Magazine recognized her as one of the entertainment world's best dressed. After Hill Street Blues, Veronica continued to find work. I remember roles in films like A New Life with Alan Alda and Taking Care of Business with Jim Belushi and Charles Grodin. But you know what? Let's not call those appearances fun fact number 3 because they aren't all that much fun either. Instead, let's go with this 1995 movie called Here Comes the Monsters. Yep, a little known fact and definitely a fun one is that Veronica once played that iconic character, Lily Munster. While not the best version of the Munsters, that will always be the original series from the 60s, Ms. Hamel made a darn good Lily Munster, and like pretty much everything that she's ever been in, elevated the quality of that production. at the turn of the century, you could still find Veronica on the small screen in recurring roles on shows like Third Watch and Lost. However, over the past decade, she's pretty much been missing in action. I'd like to believe that's because Veronica's made the decision to step away from the world of entertainment and focus on herself during her golden years. As much as I would have loved to have seen her continue to work, there comes a point when we all have to reprioritize our lives and focus on what truly is important. Okay, so let's see. 3 facts so far. Here are a couple more. Did you know that Veronica was considered for one of the main roles on the original Charlie's Angels TV series? It's true. Fun fact number 4 is that the producers of that show wanted Veronica to play Kelly Garrett. As much as I love Veronica, I'm glad that they ultimately landed on Jacqueline Smith for that role. And another fun but very unhealthy fact is that Veronica was featured in the very last televised cigarette commercial, which took place during an episode of The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson that aired on New Year's Eve, 1970. All right, I think that's 5. Truthfully, I could easily have come up with 5 more. Veronica's catalog of work during the 70s and 80s, well, it's pretty darn extensive, but I'll save that for a future video. Here's one final pick. You know what? No one, and I mean no one, could rock a men's collared dress shirt the way that Veronica did. She should have gotten an Emmy just for that. All right, now it's your turn. Please share your memories in the comments section. And while you're at it, I would appreciate a thumbs up. Maybe even share this video on Facebook or Twitter. And what the heck? Why not subscribe to the channel? I talk about music, movies, and television, mostly from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know, the good stuff.
Good. So that's Miss Veronica Hamel's video. I'm hot, guys. I had the fan going. It's hot as fuck in here. I'll put this down. Oh, so we're going to read through her Wikipedia just for some facts about her from Philadelphia and where she's from, and then we're going to get the fuck out of here. Volo, any comments on her while I bring this up?
He did a good job. It was a little I'm trying to think the word.
Waggish.
No. Like I wouldn't say he was a stalker or anything, but
yeah, let me tell you something right here. He would buy a pair of her underwear. That's what it sounded like. He sounded like he would spend at least. I'm clowning Dave. Yo, shout out to Dave Sunshine for the fair use.
Yeah, good job, man.
Shit. You a cool real nigga and shit. But I'm not gonna lie, Dave. It sounded like he would buy a pair of those drawers, nigga. Allegedly, Dave would never do that. He's a good man. But I ain't gonna lie. I remember this lady, and she is hot, and I do want to give her a backyardy. So I understand. But let's read about. Yo, she's 79. I wonder if she looks like that at 79. I'll still stick it. I don't care. Anyway, let's do a quick review of her biography and get the hell out of here. I'm sorry for my nappy looking weird hair, but I'm hot and I had to take my hood off. In a second here. Okay, it's too much work. I'm just gonna have to look crazy and homeless while I read this. We'll do the mini picture like that. Then that way I'm not that important. So here we go. Veronica Hamel, born November 20th, 1943. Shit, she's older than like both my parents damn near. She's an American actress and model. She was nominated 5 times for an Emmy Award for her role as an attorney. Joyce Davenport in the TV police drama Hill Street Blues. The daughter of a Philadelphia carpenter and housewife, Hamel graduated from Temple University. Temple U is the place to be. She worked as a secretary for a company that manufactured ironing board covers. She began fashion modeling career after being discovered by Eileen Ford. So back in the day, you used to get discovered. So that means you used to just be hanging out, minding your business, and somebody that had like a really big company would say, hey, you look like you make a great actor. Hey, you look like you make a great singer. Hey, you look like you make a great dancer. and then they would invite you to come and try. So she met Eileen Ford, which is the lady of Ford Models. If you guys don't know, Ford Models is one of the biggest modeling companies in the history of modeling. And basically, she met her, and she was like, yo, you fine as fuck, ho. You can make us some money. So shout out to Eileen Cecile Ford, who used to stalk these hoes. She's also in a bunch of other great roles, like 1971's Clue, followed by roles in disaster films Beyond the Poseidon Adventure, When Time Ran Out. She was also a model for the last cigarette commercial, as mentioned in the video. That was in 1971, 4 years before I was even born. Bolo, you were around in 71. Were you like 1, 2, 3?
I was one. I was turning one.
Turning one. So you obviously made everybody stop smoking cigarettes. I blame you. And it was for Slims, but also Pall Mall Gold cigarettes. We used to be some of the only cigarettes were Pall Mall and Lucky Strike. Unfortunately, she has passed on. She died way back in 2010. That's sad. And whatnot. She starred in TV series in 1975, the year I was born. So she did get popping the year I was born. That's why I have a thing. She could have been on Charlie's Angels, which she does look like one. She got beat. Aaron Spelling went with Jacqueline Smith. Aaron Spelling did Charlie's Angels? Oh, shit. Yep. So Aaron Spelling did Charlie's Angels, The Love Boat, Heart to Heart, Dynasty. And so Beverly Hills 90210 wasn't his first kill. Okay. I did not know that. I thought Beverly Hills 90210 was his first big thing. Amazing. She's also in a bunch of others. She's on Alan Alda's 1988 film, A New Life. She was the leading role as a doctor and his love interest. She was cast as Elizabeth, the wife of Charles Grodin's character, and taking care of business. She was one of them fine, tall bitches, man. She was all right. Too bad she old as shit. I'd have hit. But she's in a lot of great movies. She was in Clute. She was in Cannonball, which is, I guess, a version of Cannonball Run, like the original one before Burt Reynolds. It was David Carradine from Kung Fu. He did a Cannonball Run? Did you know that, Bolo?
Nah, I ain't know that one.
Yeah, David Carradine is Cannonball.
You talking about the Kung Fu guy?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wow, and she was in that movie.
That was before Burt then, huh?
Huh?
That was before Burt.
1976.
Okay.
Yep. I was 1. When I was on that Volo 1 years old shit. When Tom ran out, New Life, taking care of business. I'm the leprechaun. I am the leprechaun. Determination of Death. She was on a bunch of TV shits. Kojak, Switch, to Bob Newhart Show, Rockford Files, Family, 79 Parts, Ski, Kane and Neville, blah, 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 blah. And she did shit up until 2008, where she was in Bone Eater. She was also on Lost. She's on Lost for the 6 years, so she was part of that TV franchise Lost that everybody liked. And she was on there for 6 years. She's on the Philly Show. She was on Third Watch, Division. She really did a lot of great work. R.I.P. and a great one love to Veronica Hamel. Final words from Veronica Hamel, Volo.
Yeah, the Charlie's Angels says it all. That was the the 3 women that so she would have been the original one with Farrah Fawcett then or whatever, huh?
Yeah, but she didn't get it because they gave it to Jacqueline Hot Tits.
Hold on, was the third one a redhead? Was it a blonde, a brunette,
no,
and redhead?
She's going to be the brunette. She's going to be the chick that looks just like she does, the dark-haired chick. But
okay.
Like Jacqueline Smith, I think that's her name. Jacqueline Hot Tits. I think that's her real name.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. Charlie's Angels. Shout out. He's a Charlie Angel. That's what's up.
Well, I got alopecia like Jada Pinkett Smith. I just want to say that out loud. Shout out to Jada Pinkett. I can make jokes about you because I'm balling too, bitch. But anyway, yeah, Will Smith, pull up on me, man. I'm not 5'7", 130 pounds like Chris Rock and what's my nigga Tommy Davidson. Niggas is like, why don't you pull up on Will Smith? I was like, no, that's not the concept. Will Smith pulls up on niggas for making jokes. So I am clearly making jokes about Jada Pinkett being a bald-headed alopecia motherfucker like me. Team alopecia, bitch. So I can talk shit. That's all I'm saying. So all right, let's get out of here, man. Final words.
All is good. I'm hearing Will Smith hitting the studio again. He's trying to get back to the art, and that's what it's really. Huh?
I'm a dissing when he come out.
You waiting to make the diss track to follow up on him, huh?
Yep, I got it loaded up right now. I'm building shit right now. I'm working. That's why I'm setting this up with my alopecia now, so I can have a defense when I get in trouble.
So yeah, like I was DJing the other day, and it is about practicing the art and enjoying just the culture, getting back to the roots of things.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been doing, my little videos and stuff like that. So check me out on my Volo television, Volo Thamp M Tautology on Facebook and other social media. Volo Tautology on Twitter. I don't respect calling it X. What's the other one's called? Threads. Metaverse. Oh, that's just the whole damn metaverse. Just search Volo Tautology. The M is modulus, and that's what we do. Enjoy this culture and share it with the world, and hit that like button. You know what I mean? If you made it to this far and you ain't hit that like button, we might have issues with you. Or hit the dislike button if you didn't like it.
That's what I'm saying. Hit the dislike button too out this bitch. So you get a Volo. That's my advice. Hit the dislike button too. Fuck hitting the like button. Hit the dislike button, nigga. That's my attitude. So any other final words?
That's it. I'll see y'all on Saturday. You know what I mean? I'll try to throw a video up or two to talk about, and I'll make sure I, get my notes together to share with Mr. C this week.
Oh yeah. Once again, of course, this is the My Part of Town podcast and whatnot. I'll show about Philly and all city life and all our disrespectful things we say. We also got a show that's scheduled on Saturday, barring me fucking some shit up, called Volo and Butthead's Techapalooza, where we talk about technology and all our concerns and positive aspects of modern technology and modern times. And then, of course, on Mondays, we got Noodle Free Mondays, which is about all the weird things that people do, and we analyze why they do what they do. Shout out to Carly Russell, who was just recently found guilty today and has to pay $18,000 in restitution. I prefer $100,000 in jail, but you get what you can get. And let's say we're out of here. Shout out to Streamlabs and StreamYards, whatever. I'm StreamYard for doing what they do. Give them that overlay. And also, once again, Sir Volo and Lord Butthead on the weekends for technology. Noodle Free Mondays for stupid stories about people acting silly that we criticize. And My Part of Town podcast is all about Philly and city life. I am, of course, Mr. C Enforcer, a.k.a. Poppy Carl, the bad boy. I always start the shows with videos. I think I'm going to start ending the shows by playing just videos for a while, just for no fucking reason. So I'm going to play 30 minutes of just unnecessary video, just for no reason. Volo, should we play your videos?
You can. I'm about to pass out, though.
Yeah, you don't got to watch, man. I'm just going to play them just because I figure we open the show with videos. We might also give people some follow-up entertainment, like, at the end, too, because, I mean, I'm sure but, the videos are probably for people, too. So we're going to bring up some Volo shit, play Volo stuff, and Volo's going to play us out, and I'm going to play 30 minutes of Volo videos, and that's what we're calling it. Remember, everybody, that love is good, life is better. You better do something that's going to make you last forever, because when you're dead, your children are going to sell the house and split the money the minute you're gone. And 1 to 3 generations later, nobody's going to remember or ever say your name. My parents never say their grandparents or even great-grandparents' name. And this is how they will do you. Don't let that be you. Make your mark. Make your stake. And make these motherfuckers remember you were here. And that's the My Part of Town podcast. Let's get these videos going. Oh, I got to ensure.
All right, Joe.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Rest up, bro. I'm just playing these videos for the rest. By the way, this show does not condone anything that Volo says in any video played. because he says fucked up shit.
Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I'm gonna do it. I'll probably do an intro one day. Welcome to the Neo Volo Show. Drop some music on it behind the backgrounds this time. You see my virtual hands. This is episode, we call it mini-sode. We call this is mini-sode number 2. This is only my second show. I'm at 63%. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna time myself and I'm gonna give myself 10 minutes. Just to drop a thought on y'all, let y'all know what's going on. You know what I mean? Last episode I mentioned David Carroll. He's passed away, rest in peace, 2021. He was one of my first kind of YouTube people that I would follow. And I am jumping right into it this week. And he passed away. He was 54 years old, I'm hearing. And he was an inspiration. So I think part of what watching him for years inspired me to just go out there and throw 10 minutes on the thing and just see it do what it do. Now this young man right here, and I say young man because I'm a 71 baby, so I know I got him by a couple years. But this is Mr. Eric July. If he's definitely one of my top 5, top 10 YouTubers. I follow his show all the time, and I wanted to point out here this episode that he dropped the other day. Well, he does a podcast every day, 3 hours. I'm not doing that 3 hour thing. I do a 3 hour with Philly Things, yo. So you can check me out on there. But I'm just going to drop 10 minutes and then, see what y'all, So anyway, the culture wars here is what Eric July is saying on this video. And if y'all get a chance on YouTube, go check him out. He has his own website. I'm gonna try to hook up with that and see what he's, other things that he's about. You see he's about comic, gaming, liberty, music. But he's a good dude. He's and he's one of the people that motivate me to go, I want to get on here, but I want to talk about adult things. So I'm going to want to talk about religion, politics, and science. We need more people talking about those type things on here. Oh, how I do that? Okay, that's the volume over there. On YouTube, should I say? So I'm just starting my page. I've been on YouTube for almost 4 years or so. Probably longer than that. But I finally finally in with a name and everything to become part of the culture, or should I say the community? Because this, being a part of the community is culture. But right here, he's talking about the culture wars here, and that's what inspired me to do this episode. But I just wanted to show this all to you that he talks about what he talks about. But I just wanted to share some of his. I just want to share information right there. All right, so I'm going to quit this right here. Come back to a more comfortable environment here in the metaverse. So anyway, this episode here, y'all can hear the beat music in the background. I'm going to edit this one this time. This is my study, I guess. See the O, right? Got the fireplace. I'm calling this episode I ain't no goat. Yeah, I'm playing off Rakim's I Ain't No Joke. But I'm talking about I ain't no goat. Like if I just throw out there, let me give y'all like my top 5 is way different than a lot of people. Number 1, Killer Priest. Now you're gonna have to do a lot of research to see who Killer Priest is. But Killer Priest is my number 1 right now. been my number one for a couple years. Ever since the second ward of Walter Reed, I was like, yo, Killer Priest is back. But I'm gonna throw a top 5 for y'all real quick. You know, this ain't mine, but you know, this is one that I've heard before. Big Daddy Kane, number 1. Rakim, number 2. Cool G Rap, number 3. Slick Rick, number 4. KRS-One, number 5. And people want to hate on it. That's why I'm saying no GOAT. I ain't no GOAT. The GOAT is the judge. Y'all ready for that kind of understanding? Like when I was a young buck, I went to my dad introduced me to I would have brain freeze right now. Frazier, Joe Frazier, heavyweight champion of the world from Philadelphia, because I'm from Philadelphia. And I went and I shook Joe Frazier's hand. I was like 10, 11, or 12. I was a young buck. But, you know, the motivation from there was like, I got to go to Joe Frazier's gym. I got to box. I got to, you know what I mean? Like, I started really getting into boxing at that age. And I ain't care that he lost to Ali or the Foreman. They the only 2 people he lost to. Those are his 4 losses. So he must have did something right? Anyway, Mike Tyson will probably admit to that. Like, yo, a lot of my style is Joe Frazier. I had to learn to fight like Joe Frazier in order to be the heavyweight champion of the world too. But that's not what I mean. We so caught up in who's the greatest, who's the GOAT. You know, everybody, you know, people listening to my voice right now and going, well, Ali, all right, or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ali, go, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we see the same thing happening in hip hop. Like I started on the first episode with what? Hip hop is an American culture created by the children of the 1960 Civil Rights Movement. And cats want to argue with you. Also started with what? Love is true. Hate is fun. And cats want to start arguing with you. There it is. There's the cultural world. Like I admit from the door, I am hip hop. Hip hop is my culture. That's what I helped to create this. And now you see, that's all people want to argue about. Like when Big Daddy Kane versus KRS-One, I might have seen that 10 times already, that versus. And people ask me like, who won? And it's like, no, it ain't about hip hop won. It ain't about, you know what I mean? Who's you know what I mean? It ain't about that. Like I gave you the list. You start the show off with Big Daddy Kane. You end the show with KRS-One. It would be the greatest show you ever seen in your life. Instead, they want you to argue to go to war like Biggie and Tupac. And who's they? You know who they is. That's that enemy. That's the one that's saying, no, hate is true. You know? And that's the only thought that I want to throw you, because now I see everybody, you know, Budden. I like Budden's podcast, Joe Budden's podcast. But and there's no hate on that, but it's all right. Jay-Z want to come out of his mouth like, you know what I mean? Can't nobody stand on stage like that. All right, whatever, Jay. That's how I took it. Whatever, Jay. Because we all know what the Jay-Z Nas verse, Jay-Z versus Nas. Yeah, that would be better than you know what I mean? Big Daddy Kane and Chris, maybe. You know? But he ain't gonna battle K. He ain't gonna straight battle KRS on them verses. Don't match up with him. Besides, Jay, you want some, you on that money, you on that business tip, you want to be the president tip, you didn't be the president. You want to be the GOAT hip hopper. I mean, they calling you a rapper, dude. This is a personal note to Jay-Z. They calling you a rapper. Chris will get it. KRS-One get offended. No, I'm an MC. Jay a rapper. Come on, Jay. You supposedly got billions of dollars and you can't run for president. That's what you're supposed to. You're supposed to bring it down. Like, look, man, that rap game's over. I think I might be, you know what I mean? I might get into politics. You know what I mean? But you're afraid to go. Then they're gonna look at me like I'm Kanye. You ain't even peeping that. People gonna hate on me saying this because y'all know the truth. Jay say he gonna run for president. They gonna call him what? A black liberal Democrat. And that's an oxymoron. You start talking like Ripper, they'll start talking about y'all, you know, you libertarian or you're constitutionalist or you're independent, any of those other things, they be like, well, that means you're a black Republican. Like Jay, the one that said he a black Republican, him and Nas, they said they was black Republicans. They understand the history. And say, I'm sure he got Carter G. Woodson on his bookshelf. And that's my alarm right there. 10 minutes goes pretty fast. Let me hit this thing, cut this thing off and wrap it up. So, I mean, that's all I wanted to say. We in a cultural world. And we got people trying to define your culture. What's that? Matrix is breaking up. Got people trying to define your culture. And what's that? And then they cancel culture. They trying to cancel your culture. And that's what's going on. That's the truth. Let's see if I can do this with my phone. I'm doing pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna end it on that note, and I went over my 10 minutes, and I might just go boom, do episode 3 real quick. But I just wanted to let y'all know, hey, all these dudes out here talking about they the GOAT, but you know what I mean? It's like, all right, we'll be the president. Step it up. You know what I mean? Like I'm in Philly and I'm looking at the paper every day. It's like, you know, so I need to run for mayor because this ain't right. The things that's going on in this world ain't right. And we need to step up, you know, step up our religion, one. Also step up our politics. And our understanding of science. We don't even understand science. But now it's turning into a lecture. I hope y'all like the little beat that I threw in the background. That way they don't monetize or whatever they try to do to copyright my stuff. It's all original. Except for all right, I'm gonna end it on that note. One, y'all. God, that is. What in the world is going? Mic check 1 2. I might have to take this over school and record through the earphones. I can't get my levels right. 1 2. Well, let's say you're listening to the sounds or the mentals of the Neo Volo show. Yeah, I had to do an intro. Drop that beat on him. And we're back. 10:48 a.m. I don't have to set the alarm, but I'm gonna give y'all a quick 10 minutes. This is the Neo Volo show. You know? The hands, you know what I mean? The hand. The Neo Volo show. And we calling this mini-sode Day is a Cultural War Word. I don't even know how that sounded on this microphone, but we'll figure that out. We'll figure all that out. Today's show, you know what I mean? We go into continuation of the first show. I'm only going to 10 quick minutes. Give me 10 minutes of your time. Break it down. Of course, as always, hip-hop is a American culture. You spell culture, see right there with a K. Is an American culture created by the children of the 1960 Civil Rights Movement. Yes, we're talking about Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Kwame Ture. The list goes on and on and on. But that was the movement, and we are the children that came up out of that, and it inspired me to make this show, called the Neo Volo Show, so we can break some things down. You know what I'm saying? You can read all that on your own. Having our image. That's from some samurai book that I got. I like to read a lot of books. So today we're going to do like a picture day thing and continue on what we was talking about the first quick episode. Like I said, I'm only going to do this for 10 quick minutes. I was on the Philly Thing Show podcast that Mr. C and Miss D does every week. And we basically talked about the movies, from Spider-Man, to the Matrix. Added a little bit of the, in-depth kind of how it's relating to society and stuff. But yeah, we definitely in the culture war, and I talked about that second episode, from Eric July and things of that nature. And these are things that you see. So today I bought a couple pictures, and we're gonna rap about them real quick and how they, relate to what we really talking about, this cultural war that's going on. Now the word day, that's a play. That's a play on THEY. We saying day because the D means that they devilish. You know what I mean? So instead of them, THEM, we go dem, DEM. You know what I mean? That's the slang. That's the word. You know what I mean? But should I say, do you understand what I am saying? My mom likes me to speak a little more proper English, but I have to let her know we speak American. That's why we in American culture. We took that English and flipped it upside down. That's why the N-word became part of our culture, and we still hating on that. Day. When I say day, you talking about they, them. You pointing the finger. That's a war word. Them over there, them dudes over there, them people over there. When you hear that means they ain't a part of that. That's why we used to go my N-word. Bring it here, bring it to the heart. You know what I mean? My, me, you're part of this. The I. You know what I mean? That's hip hop. Like I said, we dealing with mathematics and logics on another level now, and it's a big chess game going on. That's a little logo right there. Let me see, point on that. That's a little logo that I've been working on with the Omicron variant. So they might block me for saying that. This is the war that's going on. But yet now they lifted it. So now YouTube, I'm saying all these doctors and scientists telling the truth now, making their own little videos. But meanwhile on CNN, NBC, CBS, even Fox, now they stay pushing their backs. You know what I mean? Anybody that don't wear a mask is anti-vax. But if you're wearing a mask, then you vax. And it's the vax versus the anti-vax. And come on, see, that's the war. I paused for a second because I'm throwing music on in the background, and that's why I ain't dropping these. My cousin, my cousin, Mr. C's my cousin. Everybody, if you watch that show or follow me on Facebook, y'all know that I'm still new to YouTube, so I'm trying to build this on YouTube. He told me to drop 2-3 of these a day. I'm only gonna get, I try to do the best I can. You know what I mean? It would be cool if I can drop 365 in 1 year, but we'll see what we can do. All right, so we're gonna show some pictures real quick. I'm running out. I'm moving kind of fast. I'm kind of glad I can see the time there. And as y'all can see, I'm in the metaverse. This is the metaverse here. Well, we'll talk more about the metaverse. That was the first episode. Second episode, we identified the cultural war going on. It's like Star Wars, That's me right there with the mask on, with the chest set, saying I'm ready. I'm ready to battle the mind. All right, where should we start? This one's in the corner of my eye. And of course, this is just a nice little picture. We got Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois, Marcus Garvey. You know, when I made this, it was for a meme, so I extended it, added some words to it and all. But even back in 1900, we was they created conflict between these three men, these great men right here. And this is my favorite. Like we was talking about the second episode, I forget. It all blurs together, but him, W. Du Bois versus Garvey, and the NAACP versus the black, it's causing all kind of conflict. Back to Africa versus building in America. That's the war. We're supposed to come together, build as one. Black is eternal. But we'll get back to that. I just want to share that picture with you real quick. Time flying, boy. You know what I mean? Now this one here, all right. This one's from KRS-One little video. Not a little video. KRS-One is the truth. He's the teacher. You know what I mean? I give him that title. Big Daddy Kane, King Asiatic, nobody equal. He's that king. You know what I'm saying? So like I was saying, they really wasn't at war with each other. They're not at war. They best friends. That's why it was the Big Daddy Kane KRS-One show for that verses. And it was a great thing for hip hop. Of course, it's under attack. Why? Because it was too much, man. Let's just keep it real. So in the video, Chris dropped this here, and this Black is the video that this one was sharing from. And you see the shiny gold, and bling bling. I did this meme to show, bling bling is often shortened by just bling, flashy jewelry worn, especially as an indication of wealth or status, broadly expensive and ostentatious. Ooh, okay, possession, such as grills, designer bags. The term arose as slang, but grew into a cultural, that word again, mainstay. Prominent examples of bling bling include a large cross necklace where Jesus speaks. We hanging ourselves. We had little gold chains around our necks. Yeah, that's a classic right there. You know what I mean? If Jesus was killed in electric chair, now get it. We vanilla, Jesus, the electric chair still in it. That's some KRS-One lyrics, some classic. We wasn't always doing bling bling bling. They ain't hating on them. Slick Rick is, I named Slick Rick number 4. He always got that bling. It's a sign of royalty. It's a sign of, but I'm not a bling bling dude myself. So all right, let's move on real quick. Run out of time. On to. Got to do less pictures. I picked this one here. Claude Anderson. Black labor, white wealth. That's the war. That's the war going on. We're gonna rap more about that as I keep continuing doing these things. Just showing you some of the stuff that I'm, into, that I've read, or, where my mind is at. But yeah, that's the war right there. This is a good book because we have to raise the socioeconomics. I can go so many places with that. Run out of time. All right, let's see here. So that's 1, 2, 3. Let's go here next because let's see if I can do this. Come on now. All right. George Orwell, 1984. Classic year. I was like 13. Of course the book's older than that. I have to look at the publishing. Look it up yourselves. But this is an excerpt from the book. It was one of those pictures which are so contrived that the eyes follow you about when you move. Big Brother is watching you. The caption beneath it ran like he's, this book here is on my phone. They had an illustration of a guy, a big poster of a guy's face, and then Big Brother is watching, scrolling underneath it. But you know how sometimes you have those pictures that as you walk, you keep looking like, is the picture looking at me? Like, seriously? Like, this is some good writing. And I wanted to bring this up because I didn't mention that here, but I mentioned other places. And that's because that's what I see with this multiverse. They can see everything that I'm doing. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. But if I show you what I'm doing, then Facebook want to block you, YouTube want to ban you. You use the N-word. You use the D-word.